Hope everyone's having a good day. Lions Ravens tonight. Yeah, Joe, I hear you, buddy. I like the Ravens in this game because they're at home. It's the only reason I'm really taking them. I think these teams are pretty close. I think the Ravens have a little bit more mobile quarterback. I don't think we're going to see many punts in this game whatsoever.
The United States of America.
Happy Monday. I'm over yesterday. Totally over it. Both teams have some injuries tonight. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Detroit being 1-2 if they lose this game, probably not the greatest thing for them. What's up, Kai? Salute. They're singing the anthem, and we'll get to it in a minute. It feels like fall tonight. Definitely feels like fall tonight. Well, I like the Ravens in this game. I think they got a little bit more. I worry about them a little bit defensively. Van Noy's out. And someone else is out for them. Defensively, I think it's a corner or something. Yeah, Jair Alexander out, which is a big deal. Especially they spent a bunch of money to get him from Green Bay. As well, he was a free agent, but he played for Green Bay. It was huge for him last year. So him and Van Noy being out might be some troubles. Smith is a hell of a linebacker for them. He had a huge game last week. University of Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. He can really play. He had 15 tackles. I think he had a couple sacks. He had a fumble recovery for a 60-yard touchdown. Watch him tonight for the Ravens. Especially without Van Noy and without Zaire being out, I believe. I'm pretty sure he's out. They might have just said he's back in. Let me double check quickly. The injury report just changed. Says he's out tonight. We shall see. Well, I like the Ravens a little bit more being at home. And we'll see what happens. Let's check out our poll. We'll win tonight's game. 50-50. 50-50 toss-up.
This right here?
Right now, the Eagles, I think, are the clear front runner. Tiger. I think it's the Eagles and then everyone else after. And I think you got about 20 teams that are pretty much the same. I think you got 4 or 5 teams that might have a shot. I think the Eagles are by far the best team in the league right now. I mean, they were down big yesterday. big, and they just find a way to win. The Cowboys will get a couple W's somehow. Somehow they'll get a couple W's. Hockey started the other night too. Preseason hockey. We're going to start doing some hockey. Once that gets started, we'll start doing a little NBA. Hope you guys are having a good day. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out my buddy's company if you can. He's on Instagram. Sells legal cannabis. 8th Mutant. Name is grow_iller. GROW_ILLER_O. Check him out. Hit him up. Check out his cannabis if you're old enough. Yeah, we're gonna check out some hockey this year for sure. Try to. And the Ravens are in the all black tonight. Kick's gonna be returned. Caught it about the 11-yard line. Taken out, still on his feet. Spin move and dragged down around the 33. Yeah, I think the over is a good bet on this game. I think the Ravens are giving up 4.5 last I saw. But I like the Ravens a little bit better in this game. I don't like the 4.5 point spread. I think it could be a 3-point game.
As he would like, nor the Detroit Lions, but last week they got back on track. Another big test on the road.
3 wide receivers, man in motion, handoff Gibbs. Stays on his feet, gain of a yard or 2. What's up, Pam? I hope you feel better. VA, salute. Gibbs, Montgomery, St. Brown, Williams, and Sam Laporta, the starters for the Lions. Skilled positions. Goff behind center. They got some issues on the offensive line too. They're a little bit beat up. Goff out of the shotgun, under trouble, wide open. Nice play, Williams. First down. Williams having a good season so far.
As he comes off the ball because of the speed that you talk about, Joe. He gets the secondary turning and running. You see the safety, how he just clears out because of the deep ball that they're concerned about. They showed that last week. Big touchdown reception by Jameson Williams in that win last week.
Shotgun single back Gibbs. 2 tight end right. Handoff. Stuffed.
And right there is Owe. Adafe Owe makes the stop at a loss of 3.
Big stop by Owe.
They come in here and they've got 2 tight ends, but that's Brock Wright, number 89, and Owe, he just kind of beats him right off the ball inside, and just no opportunity to get anything going. Lions struggled to run the ball week 1 at Green Bay. They were out
2nd and 13 under center. Handoff. Gibbs. Nice run. Be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
We could look at this defense for Baltimore a couple of different ways. Maybe the easiest way is to tell you who's not there.
Matabuke's out too.
Alexander, 2nd straight week, he's on the shelf, still rehabbing the knee. Namde Matabuke, who is right there in your screen, a big presence up front. And their sack leader from a year ago, Kyle Van Noy.
4 wide receivers, 3 right, 1 left. Gibbs in the backfield to the left of Goff in the shotgun. St. Brown in motion. Goff back to throw. He's got Gibbs over the middle. Throws even deeper, and I believe he got Williams again. Another first down. Nice grab.
He's got one for 24, this one for 19. And Jameson Williams.
Surprised the Lions aren't spreading, running 5 wide, empty backfield so far. They will eventually. They will eventually. And boy, they caught Baltimore sleeping on that check down with that play. Too easy. On a 3rd and long. This is going to be a high-scoring game tonight. No doubt about it. I'll be shocked if it isn't.
Brown, who is their top threat on the outside. He's their leading receiver with 13 catches already this season. You can pencil him in for 100-plus catches a year. He does everything. He's kind of the anti-diva. He blocks.
Yeah, I would have. I would have too.
Jared Goff would take him over everybody if you put them all in a big draft. He'd take 14. Pretty impressive.
3 wide, Laporta in the tight end position. Running shotgun again. All Gibbs on this drive. Another catch. Out of bounds. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 coming up.
A gain of 5, so 3rd and short coming up, and you know the deal with Dan Campbell.
Oh yeah, they're in 4-down territory.
4th down and Dan Campbell. Nobody goes for 4th downs more than that head coach.
Well,
Big
especially
3rd and
when
3.
you're looking at 3rd and
Need a
3,
sack.
because at
Need a
3rd and
turnover.
5, if it's beyond the 50-yard line,
Detroit's going to go for it on 4th downs and shorts, especially
of the time. So you look at
on their
right now,
opponent's side of the field.
Johnny Morton, the offensive
Trips bunch
coordinator, said
right.
Dan Campbell would have told him already if they're going to go for it
One
on
wide
4th
receiver
down.
to the left, man in motion going right to left. 2 wide receivers break out of the backfield in each side. Incomplete. Looking for Gibbs.
And what does Campbell do? He keeps the offense out there. They already knew it. Goff was aware of it. 4th and 3.
4th and 3.
They'll go for it.
Yeah, the right idea. I like what Jared Goff was trying to do. Just really a miscommunication with him and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Was not a good throw by Goff
What
whatsoever.
Gibbs exactly was
That
doing,
Gibbs
but
open.
Here's the first big decision for Dan Campbell. I always like coming away with points.
Laporta goes in motion. Back the other way. 3 wide. Nice block in the backfield. Caught complete, short of a touchdown. Be inside the 5. St. Brown with the grab. Shaking his booty like a girl at the Rolex. Zest monster.
And just an excellent route, Joe. You talked about it a moment ago, just all the things that he can do. He just doesn't telegraph it. He comes off the line of scrimmage. Hamilton knows.
You can see that the Ravens are hurting without
the depth, but he still couldn't jump it because there's so
Zaire Alexander in there. Handoff up the middle. Second effort. Going to be short.
And he's going to be brought down at the 1. 2nd down and goal after Gibbs got 3.
They're going to hurry up.
And the Lions want to go right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they want to get right back on the line and see if they can't catch Baltimore.
2 wide receivers right up on the line of scrimmage. Aligned with the line. Offensive line. Handoff. Touchdown Gibbs.
What a good start for the Lions.
Not going to see much defense tonight, I don't think.
The conversion on 4th down. Lamar Jackson will try to answer. And the Lions, who put up
Good
52
first possession
on the
for
Bears,
Detroit.
have 1 possession, and into the end zone they go.
A lot of Amon-Ra here. Here he is leading the way this time as the lead blocker. An excellent job of just helping kind of seal it.
Horrible job by the defense on that play.
If you're going to play wide receiver, not only
Hamilton got bullied. Smith got bullied. Number 24 got bullied really bad.
And all of these Lions receivers are capable of that.
Extra point from Jake Bates. Low snap.
Ooh, kick almost.
Kick is good. Jared Goff telling us about St. Brown. There is no 100-catch receiver who blocks like St. Brown. He sealed it off. Gibbs.
Heavy dose of Jahmyr Gibbs on that first drive. Ends up with a touchdown. 7-0 Lions early in the first TV timeout. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, it's annoying, but if you can't stop teams and it's 4th and short, whether you like it or not, you better get used to it. See what Baltimore has tonight. They don't lose too often when they wear their black jerseys. It seems like DeAndre Hopkins has started to turn his career around with Baltimore this year. He's looked pretty good. Derrick Henry's looked good besides that fumble in the late in the Bills game. He's looking like he's on track for a monster year again. Andrews is still with them. They got Hill out of the backfield who can make some plays. This should be a good one tonight. Let's check out our poll. 57% took the Lions so far. 43% have the Ravens winning. These guys are going to be throwing punches at each other all night. I'll be shocked if this game's a blowout, one way or the other. Steelers Vikings Sunday morning from Dublin.
Touchdown night for Lamar Jackson.
Goff already got 55 yards passing.
Lions as we're just underway. Good to hear the voices of Joe Tess and Steve Levy. Glad you're with us tonight. We'll give you the numbers and get into those numbers just a little bit more when Lamar takes the field here in a second, as the Lions went down and scored, and now Bates kicks it away. It landed in the landing zone and goes into the end zone. Pythagoras tells me that means it comes out to the 20. Is that right? Right. I think I'm right. Here are the numbers. Russell York says you're right, dum-dum. 7-2, that's a record. But look at the pass touchdowns, rush touchdowns, and no interceptions.
Yeah, we've called some of those games and been pretty impressive watching him over the years and what he does under the lights.
That's not a horrible parlay.
He just continues to get better and
Mbappe
better.
should get 2 shots on goal.
He's playing with as much confidence right now as I've seen, especially with his
First
ability
play of the game, play action. Jackson finds Andrews, first down and more.
They want to get him more involved tonight.
Gain of about 19.
2 catches total over the first 2 games is good for 19 yards.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunities here the first couple of weeks, but you know it's just a matter of time, and here they open up this third week with a pass to
good
reliable
pass
number 89.
protection by the line on that one.
It was a tough offseason for him last year, the way the season ended with him in that playoff loss to Buffalo. But he's one of the all-time great tight ends, no doubt.
He fumbled in that Buffalo game. He dropped a potential 2-point conversion.
Oh, someone jumped. And that looks like it's on the defense, Hutchinson. Yep.
And just to finish on Mark Andrews.
Hutchinson's playing a little bit beat up tonight as well.
Game, he didn't speak with the media, but he went to Instagram and he said, among other things, he's absolutely gutted by what happened. And then coming into this year, I'm a pro. That's what I do. He's back and talking to John Harbaugh. He said, if you want to know his mindset, watch him block.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, saying that if
Jackson under center. I formation, 2 wide receivers. Tight end in motion.
Over the first couple of weeks as he has at any time in his career.
I formation. Henry will take the ball. With
Henry had a steam. First down. Gain of about 7 or 8.
Take a look at this offense for Baltimore as they're trying to answer that opening salvo from the Lions. Zay Flowers is their #1 receiver. We just saw Derrick Henry. We've seen Mark Andrews already. D-Hop is still doing it at 33 years old.
VA, always.
And the offensive line, that center is outstanding. Tyler Linderbaum, 2-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he's one of the best centers in football, and I just think
Ravens averaging 40.5 points per game this season. Out of the shotgun, RPO. He keeps it himself. Here comes the razzle-dazzle. Ooh.
but has another first down for the
He
Ravens.
slipped
as he's
just
able to get
before he made a
12.
cut. That could have went to the house.
Well, you think you got him, but you don't got him because it's Lamar Jackson and Derek Barnes who puts himself in a perfect position to be able to come up and make a play. He's right there, but then Lamar's able to just cut on a dime and get it going up the field, and he's not the first guy.
Nice play by
We've seen
Lamar on that
do
one.
that too. He won't
Good
be the last,
vision,
not even
good
tonight.
blocking.
No
They're going
quarterback
empty
in
backfield.
NFL history has rushed for more yards.
Full
in a
wide
career
receivers,
as
tight
Lamar
end,
Jackson.
Jackson.
First down Ravens, quick throw. Andrews
They blitzed them, complete to Andrews.
Kirby Joseph, the
Be about
all-pro
second and
stop,
2.
and another chunk of yardage, a gain of 8.
You know what's interesting about that, Joe? You talk about the yardage that he's had running the football.
Yeah,
the
they
numbers
beat
have
us in
actually gone
Foxborough,
down
Justin Tucker.
over the course of his career, which is, you'd expect that. When you're young, you don't see the defense as
I
well.
love that game
And
when
then as you mature,
Edelman
you start
threw
to
that
recognize
touchdown
read
to,
coverages, all of that.
Amendola.
But for Lamar, it's
We were
those
struggling
things.
that
And
game,
then
too.
in addition, just
Ended up being a big win.
surgical in the pocket when he's had time in finding open receivers.
Twin tight end, handoff.
Henry gets it this time. And
Nothing
the
for Henry,
Lions
maybe a yard.
Step up, a gain of just 1. Derek Barnes, who was involved in that run by Lamar Jackson a moment ago, made that stop. It's 3rd down and 1. Aiden Hutchinson up front is
Yeah,
kind of
that
the
was
last
brutal
man standing.
yesterday.
They put Marcus Davenport.
I had a good time, but it sucks to spend that kind of money to watch him fucking give the ball away.
Derek Barnes has been involved tonight. Brian
And
Branch
give the
is just
ball
all
away
over the
and
place
give the
back
game
there for
away.
the Lions.
You know, there are so many good players on both sides of the ball for both these teams. As we take a look at Kelvin Shepard.
Big first down and more. Henry's gone.
Get first down.
That's 6.
How about touchdown? There is a flag.
Oh, flag on the
far
play.
side of the field.
Derrick Henry, big time run. And the play will stand. It was offsides on the Lions. Didn't matter. Touchdown Ravens.
I mean, Derrick Henry just gliding.
Had to be
the
about
end
22,
zone. They
25
needed
yards,
for a
something like
first
that.
Down. They got 28 for a touchdown.
28 yards for touchdown run.
Roger Rosengarten, the right tackle, number 70. He comes off the ball. He
Nice
does
cut
an
back.
outstanding job
Boom.
right there.
Andrew
Got
seals his
sealing it.
man. No one
And then
outside.
there's
Derrick
Mark
Henry
Andrews.
is
We
gone.
talked about his blocking as he gets up to the second level. Rosengarten clears things out, and then Mark Andrews is there to help
Too
kind of
easy.
seal to allow Henry
Ravens
that
black
on the
uniforms are
edge. It's an
badass.
outstanding job of execution.
Rookie Tyler Luke
Kick is up and good. Tied ball game.
ties the game.
7-7, 5:40 to go in the first.
Last week against Cleveland here at home, Derrick Henry, 11 carries, 23 yards. He's already got 36 tonight, including that 28-yard glide.
Yeah, I said it earlier this year. I said, don't be surprised Daniel Jones plays all right with the Colts. They're not as bad as people think. They play in a horrible division, but they've beaten a couple teams that are okay. A win is a win. I guess he likes it there too, from what I was reading. I read about him a little bit today, that he was out after the game having some fun, running around town. They got good running back too, man. Jonathan Taylor's been beat up the last few years. You know, if he's back healthy, that could make some stuff happen. You know, Jonathan Taylor was becoming a monster there up until he got the injury bug. He was putting up some serious numbers. And defensively, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. The Giants were horrible last year. I knew they had a lot to do with Jones not playing well. Every time I watched them, Jones was just getting clobbered. He didn't even have a chance, so. Did he? Which one? Which Bosa brother? The guy for the Bills or the other one? The Niners. What up, Justin? Oh, wow, that's a big deal. They're lucky to be 3-0. They could be 0-3 as well. There's a lot of teams like that. Patriots being one as well. So big run by Derrick Henry. Seems like the Ravens defense put up a little bit better fight for whatever that was worth. It didn't matter. Both teams put up 7 on their first drive pretty easily. This ball's going to be returned across the 30, brought down about the 32. And the Lions will be on their second drive of the night. Goff looking good so far.
He fumbled in each of those first 2 games of the season and had the 23 rushing yards against the Browns. So for him, he said that he hadn't been playing up to standards. He said he didn't care that the Browns were basically
and he was beat up. I mean, they were beat up bad last year, too.
He said it's his job to make something happen no matter what. He said last week was his fault. He'd been replaying it all week in his mind. He could not wait to get out here tonight and break loose.
Gibbs in the backfield by himself. Goff under center.
6'3", 252.
St. Brown in motion. They run a screen behind the line of scrimmage. The ball is loose. This is going to be a big loss.
Inspired tonight. That was an incomplete pass. Pressure by Marlon Humphrey, who came on a blitz. They're saying that was a live ball. That looked like it was forward pass to me.
It looked like it was a forward pass to me as well. You're right. They brought Marlon Humphrey, and as you see, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he comes across. He's going to try to pick that up. But here's a look at whether or not it was live. Yeah,
that was close.
I think it's pretty clear that was, well,
they called that backward, and they moved the ball back. So now it's 2nd and 19 instead of 2nd and 10.
Uh-oh. Williams in motion. Fake a reverse handoff.
Here's Gibbs over the right side.
Good effort by Gibbs just to get back to the line.
Got to the edge.
There's Smith in on a play.
Green made that play no gain. Let's go back to that first down pass.
Yeah, so Joe, when you look at this pass, it looks like the ball is released right at about the 23-yard line. And then the question is, when it's first touched
it was
by
close.
a Detroit teammate, and it looks like it's right at the 23-yard line.
Close.
I think it's slightly forward, but it's too close that they wouldn't have changed it if challenged.
well, they're not used.
Goff out of the shotgun. 3rd and 19. Gibbs to his right, I believe. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Laporta comes off the line at tight end. Gibbs with a screen. They're setting up blocks. He's got real estate. Nice tackle. Wow. Good thing they made that play when they did. He was starting to get a head full of steam. It's going to bring up a 4th and long, and the Lions going to have to punt for once.
Then it becomes a field position game on.
Whoever gets more stops tonight will win this game for sure. This game could be 45-43 or something stupid like that. 45-41, 45-42. If these defenses can't hold up, Lions going to have to punt from their own 17. Gets the kickoff around the 20. Good kick. Caught at the 15, brought out across the 20 to the 25, brought down at the 26. Good coverage by Detroit. Tackle by Vaki. And Lamar Jackson's going to get a crack at Detroit for the second time tonight after the commercial break. 3:16 to go, 7-7. CeeDee Lamb's beat up now, too. Yeah, injuries. There's going to be plenty more, too, unfortunately. I'm impressed with San Fran a little bit, just the fact that they've still had some injuries in their 3-0. And the sooner they get Brock Purdy back, the better off they'll be for sure. Because Mac Jones almost gave that game away yesterday. He tried. He tried like hell. Luckily, San Fran's defense saved him. But like I said yesterday, I think there's a lot of teams that are like stuffed that are like competitive. There's some teams that are terrible. And then there's only a few teams that I think are really good. That are really good so far. But it is early. Oh, Tecmo Bowl, forget about it. The Niners in Tecmo Bowl were almost impossible to beat. The Raiders were tough to beat if you used Bo Jackson. That was like a cheat code. Barry Sanders was pretty good in it too.
Some good points. Whatever kind of fan you are, ESPN Bet's got you covered. With
That's funny, you said the same shit.
And score more from the game. ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. And right now, get $100 of bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
Yup, Ronnie Lott.
Second possession for the Ravens, and they will start this possession at their 27.
Yeah, Joe. Bills.
Talk a lot about Derrick Henry and the size. His speed
Andre
is
Reed,
incredible, and the power
Thurman,
that he gets going
Bruce
in such
Smith,
a short amount of
Jim
time.
Kelly.
He and Jahmyr Gibbs,
Yo.
the Lions top back, get it going fast. And we'll show you some of the numbers that we can put to how they get rolling.
They're going I formation again. Two wide receivers wide in the twin. They send Flowers in motion. Play action to Henry. Looking downfield. Jackson got to get rid of it. Throws over the middle. Complete. To Kohler. Gain of about 7. Oh, that's what's up, Grizzly. Cool. That's my boys' company, but good luck. Good luck.
And just behind him is the big body of Derrick Henry.
And one's 200 pounds.
Check it out. Let me know what you think. Tell them Nate Side Talk sent you.
Well, he didn't get rolling this time. He got stopped. No gain. Jack Campbell in on the stop. And here is Derrick Henry on that carry for the touchdown on a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, you get a guy that big with that kind of speed, you don't see him caught very many times from behind, and it's a lethal combination as we've seen throughout his career and the durability that he has shown. And what's remarkable, Joe, as much as he's been the best
No,
for so many years
I don't think
in the
so.
league, he just has a little over 50% of the carries.
He's out for the season for the Browns.
His career. So it kind of gives you an idea as how durable Emmitt Smith was. He missed just 4 games.
Jackson out of the shotgun. Flowers in motion. Looking left.
3rd and 3, and this one for Justice Hill.
I don't know who that was to. That was dangerous. 4th and 3. Ravens are going to punt. Don't like their field position.
Down and a punt upcoming. Derrick Henry was at 11.5 miles per hour when he hit the line of scrimmage on that 28-yard touchdown.
Well, and like I said, at 250 pounds, there's not a linebacker for the Lions that weighs 250 pounds. And so he's bigger than those guys that are mostly trying to tackle him. You got to get him at the line of scrimmage. It's happened a few times tonight.
Nice
That's
punt.
the key.
Here's Khalif Raymond, who fielded the punt.
Nice tackle.
It's 5. There's a flag down on the play.
Big time tackle.
And Raymond
Inside the
just
5.
let it go into the end zone. TJ Tampa made the tackle. It was a 63-yard punt. And a flag was thrown early.
During the kick. Holding. Receiving team number 4. After the field goal.
Back him up a little more.
That's going to take the ball inside the 5. So Jared Goff
Goff going to be coming out of his own end zone.
Touchdowns. Then they traded 3 and outs. 3rd possession for number 16.
Wow. Already 2 more punts than I thought we would see all night long. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Check out my buddy's company. You can check them out on, I believe, Instagram. It's called Mutant 8th. Grown by Grow Iller O. My boy O. Check him out on Instagram. GROW_ILLER_O. Check it out. See if you like it. 18 plus. Thank you, Tiger. Who's playing Thursday night this week, I wonder? Is it a stinker? Check it out quick. Seattle, Arizona. Ugh. We'll try and check it out. We'll see. That might be a tough watch. Might be a tough watch. See what I got lined up this week. Yeah, or a little satanic. Boneheads.
Next week we'll bring you a Monday Night Football doubleheader at 7 Eastern on ESPN, Jets and Dolphins. And then an hour later at 8 o'clock Eastern on ABC, the Cincinnati Bengals coming off a rough one against the Vikings, taking on the Denver Broncos, who have had two real tough losses to swallow in weeks 2 and 3. Both games will be available on the all-new ESPN app.
So the ball's going to be at the 1.5 yard
Early in
line.
the season, you know, there's a lot of football left to be played.
98.5 yards to go
for some of these
for the
teams.
Lions. It's a big drive.
Emergency as we go into week 4.
A lot of confidence if they score on this one.
Starting at their 1.5.
Gonna hand it off.
With their bigger back of the two, that's David Montgomery, who's able to push the pile forward, and he gets 4. Tavius Robinson was in there with help on the stop.
Well,
I haven't seen Montgomery tonight much.
Sign. I know coming into this game, we talked about the young guards that the Lions have, and Christian Mahogany at left guard, and then Tate Ratledge, the rookie at right guard. And how they handled week 1, it was a struggle. And last week was good at home. But here's another
Goff
test
under center.
on the road.
2nd and 6 from the 6.
They got pretty good movement.
Handoff, flag on the play, brought down in the backfield. Play by Jenkins.
Play is made by John Jenkins. He's been doing it a long time, 13 years.
Wow.
Here's the call from Bill Vinovich.
What's the penalty on? Come on.
Illegal formation. Offense. The tight end was covered up by the wide receiver. The penalty declined. Result of the play, 3rd down.
Big
The
stop.
result of the play, a loss of 1, and that brings up 3rd and long.
Big play here for the
They were
Ravens.
able to decline the play
And,
because of
well,
the job
both
by
teams,
John
but
Jenkins right in the
this is a
middle.
big stop. They got to stop here. They might get some field position.
To center this year, and Jenkins just tosses him aside.
The Lions might play this safe and just try to run it out of the end zone.
The 4-time Pro Bowl center retired in June, so they slide Glasgow over. It's 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7 from the 4. Goff's in shotgun, single back right. 3 left, 1 right is for the receiving corps. Gonna look over the middle.
Protected, and
Caught.
he finds his tight end Laporta.
Big play by Sam Laporta.
Drive that started at the 1.5, and Sam Laporta has his 10th catch of the season, first of the night, good for 10.
Yeah, Malachi Starks, another rookie. He's number 24 for the Ravens, who's assigned Laporta in man
That's
coverage
fully
to try to
clean,
guard.
yep.
Laporta comes in, maybe gets a little bit of a push at the top of that route, creating some separation, but there was no question. Once Goff sees the coverage,
Picking on
knowing that
24
he had
again.
Laporta up against the rookie safety.
24, they've been running at him, throwing at him. We got to make a play for the Ravens soon.
That's it for quarter number 1.
7-7, end of 1.
M&T Bank Stadium. 7-7 game, first down for the Lions with the ball outside their 15 when we come back here at the end of week 3.
Excuse me.
You see,
Oh, sugar.
years of blood, sweat, and tears in one single moment.
What up, Ura? What up, Crispy? And a 7-7. Two of the better teams in the league playing tonight. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Goff has 73 yards passing. He's 6 for 7. Lions with the ball at the end of the quarter. Game's tied 7-7. Gibbs has 7 carries and a touchdown. Only has 12 yards running the ball. Derrick Henry, 36 yards on 4 carries and a touchdown. Mark Andrews, leading receiver for the Ravens, 27 yards, no scores. Williams leads the Lions with 43 yards on 2 catches, no scores. Neither team has had a turnover yet.
Detroit, 6 for 7 tonight.
Start of the second, man in motions, Williams.
7 touchdown passes a year
Fakes
ago.
the handoff.
Play action.
Over the middle, Montgomery.
And David Montgomery gets a block.
Breaks the tackle. First down.
And lowers his shoulder and gets 11.
Got a tackle,
Humphrey
Baltimore.
missed a tackle along the
Horrible.
way. Laporta got in the way, and then David Montgomery put an exclamation point at the end of it.
Horrible
Really good job by
tackling.
Jared Goff because, as I mentioned, the Ravens are trying to disguise coverage, and then they go to a 2-deep here, and he knows that he doesn't have what he wants down the field. He comes down immediately, checks it
Should have
down to
been an
Montgomery,
easy play.
and then he makes Roquan Smith miss. And then Sam Laporta, he's out there making a key block. So this has been a successful
Single back,
drive
twins
already.
right.
Just getting the ball off their
Fakes the
own goal line.
handoff.
Play action
In
for
trouble.
Goff, and he's gonna
Running.
Nice
Slides.
pickup on first down. He doesn't do it a lot.
Gain of about
Only 5
6.
rush yards through the first 2 games. He gets 5 here.
Yeah, he's got enough. He get out of danger every now and then. But, there was always this conversation about Jared Goff that when he had pressure that he didn't handle it very well. And he probably didn't real early in his career when he was with the Rams. He handles the pressure just fine as long as he doesn't have to move off his spot. But when you get him off the spot with pressure, that's when he hasn't been quite
Him
as
and Kodak are boys.
Backs in the game. Gibbs.
They're both from the same part of Florida.
Marlon Humphrey got through.
So he might.
Malachi Starks forced him out. And a loss of 3 on the play as that thing was blown up by this Ravens defense.
Another third down for the
Marlon
Ravens.
Humphrey, this
Trying to
guy's
get
been doing
off the
it a
field.
long time. And for him to be one of the better cover
Gibbs
guys
not running the ball
and
very
then
well
come up and
since
do
that
what he
first
does
drive.
in the run game, you see that from both sides, whether it's the Lions DBs or the
Yes,
Ravens
they are.
DBs. These guys are pure football players.
Goff out of the shotgun.
Personnel people that bring these type guys in.
3 wide receivers, tight end. Running back to the left of Goff is Montgomery. Makes a nice block. Throw complete. Laporta. Another first down.
That is back-to-back third downs. He's found Sam Laporta, who was a Pro Bowler in his rookie year last year, tapered off a little, gets 14 here.
Well, when you show these looks, as the Ravens are doing, they try to disguise things. They bring them up. You're going to see they turn and try to run underneath things, and they just don't know exactly where their landmarks are. So when you come off the ball, Sam Laporta, just go where they're not. And you see that open space and the chemistry that he has with Goff. Pretty easy connection.
This drive started at the 1.5 yard line.
Off the field.
Almost to
On first down,
midfield.
Montgomery. Boy, this defensive front.
Good
is
job by
playing with
G.
one of the best defenders, not just on the Ravens, but in the league. And Nnamdi Madubuike has done a nice job up front in the run game.
They really have. And then without Kyle Van Noy, another Pro Bowl player, led the team in sacks last week. So Zach Orr, the defensive coordinator, he's got his hands full tonight, trying to come up with ways to slow down this offense. But he's changed what they do a little bit. Remember Wink Martindale? Heck, they brought everything in the kitchen sink. And then even with Mike
Second and 10, Goff under center. Wide receiver on each side of the line. Run, Montgomery, some room. Nice shake.
Strong run.
Close to a first.
He's about a half yard short of a first down. The former third-round pick by the Bears came as an unrestricted free agent to the Lions, and he and Gibbs make the best tandem in the league.
You know, Sam Laporta, as I watched him this week, I think he's a very underrated
Nice block by Laporta.
I mean, he's one of the best tight ends catching the football, but he gets in there and he mixes it up. And I talked to Dan Campbell about it this week, and he said that's the area where he's improved the most.
Three wide receivers, twins on the left, single on the right.
One-on-one.
Handoff, Gibbs. He got it.
Down. So the drive will continue. And Sam Laporta is on that long list of Iowa tight ends that have come into the National Football League and just been outstanding.
Yeah,
Laporta's having a good game so far.
They're raising them some good tight ends. There's no doubt about
Look
that.
at you going country. Raising them some good tight ends, baby.
You know, this drive is demoralizing right now for a defense. You've got them backed up on their own 2-yard line to start this drive.
Shotgun, 3 wide.
Like I said, the first down made it a win for the Detroit.
They're bringing
offense,
people.
But here they're still rolling.
Goff's running for his life.
Goff
Throws it.
playing on the play in the secondary.
Complete to Gibbs
is
and a flag.
with a gain of 9.
I think the Henrietta in me was coming out there, Joe.
Kittle's on that list. Dallas Clark, who had a great career, is on that list. T.J.
Illegal contact.
Hawkinson
Defense number 14. Penalty decline.
Noah Fant.
Result of the play, second down.
goes on and on and on, and they called it against
Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton, Mr. All-World for the Ravens, as he was working on Laporta.
This guy, Kyle Hamilton, I know everyone knows how good he is. You can't watch the Ravens play and have a broadcaster not highlight Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, I took Baltimore tonight too.
With that said, I still don't know if he gets...
They're in some weird-ass formation with 3 running backs in an I. Run by Montgomery down to the 30. Another first down. Ravens defense has got to be getting tired. Been on the field a while now.
One, who'd they give the ball to? Jahmyr Gibbs. You get labeled in this league, and I get it, that Montgomery's more of the between-the-tackles physical runner, which he is.
44?
But Jahmyr Gibbs, he's a tough runner as well. So that's a heck of a 1-2 punch that they have, and it's been nice to see
No shit,
Montgomery do what
Troy.
he's done since coming from Chicago to Detroit.
Haven't called his name tonight, Roquan Smith.
Laporta in motion. Twins wide receivers left. St. Brown comes in motion. Free snap. Run Montgomery. Another first down.
Gibbs and Montgomery have done special things since 2023, and their combined rush TDs, the most by any teammates across the NFL. Gibbs
Probably
has
the
a
best
touchdown
2
tonight.
running backs on the same team in the
They're
NFL.
easily the best duo around the National Football
Probably the
League.
best
He just
duo.
had over 1,000 scrimmage yards and 10-plus touchdowns each of the last 2 years. They're the first duo that can say that in NFL history. First down, Lions.
Lions in I formation.
Inside the 20.
Handoff. Gibbs again.
Trying to get to the edge.
He ought to.
Nice job on Gibbs so far. Mike Green, who is going to get more work with the injury to Van Noy. Just a gain of 1.
You know, we talked about these 2 young guards and the struggles they had week 1, and this play here, you see
Nice play by Mahogany. Nice block. Good job by the center to get off the line after the snap.
Tate Ratledge, he did just as well on the other side, and those guys are settled in, and I know that was a real key.
14-play, 80-yard drive. Second and 9. Tied up 7-7. Handoff to Gibbs. First down? No, just shy.
And about a yard and a half short of a first down as Malachi starts.
Bring up a 3rd and 1.
Rookie made the stop.
Well, again, another look with Tate Rattledge and then Graham Glasgow up front. This double team right here between the center and guard. They work to the 3 technique, and then as they move
Bullying themselves.
they get to the linebacker level, and it's just an outstanding job. These guys are, I mean, this is a tough front. Now, you mentioned it, Joe. They're without
Smith
Matt
got to get off
BK,
that
and you
snap.
can't overstate how big of a loss that is for this Ravens group.
3rd and 1 from the 11. Goff under center. Twin tight end to the left.
St. Brown in the backfield and Goff
Quarterback
just takes it
keeper.
and gets it.
First down.
I mean, this is going to be a 9+ minute drive, and a drive that started inside their own 2, and now they've got
It's a good
first
drive
and
for the
goal
Lions.
with the ball sitting at the 9.
Yeah, this is
Lions got the ball
signature
first.
drive of the 3 games.
So the Ravens will get the ball
and
to
when you
start
look
the
at
second
it,
half.
and there's nothing that feels better. There's not
1st and goal. 6:50 to go in the second. 7-7 tied up.
Not sure exactly when he might be back, but what a big loss that is for this Ravens defense.
Goff in the shotgun. Looking left. Throws. There's Gibbs over the middle. Another touchdown.
And just short of the
Oh, he's
end
just
zone.
short.
His knee
I thought he got in.
down when he got to the goal line. That's the call on the field. And
Yep,
they got it
good
right.
call.
Yep, good call by the officials. Nice job by Jahmyr Gibbs. As
Down
he
at
comes
the
out of
1.
The backfield. It's a little quick on the angle. He doesn't quite get straight up the field, but he just saw that he had open grass. And down there tight.
That was a
give
sneaky
Goff an
little
area,
play.
A place to go with the
Because
football
Goff's looking to the left. He's got 2 guys going to the end
And
zone
that's
over
the
there.
other part of
And then
this that
Gibbs
Jahmyr
sneaks
Gibbs
out of the
gives you.
backfield
I talked about his
with a
toughness
cushion.
inside, but him as a receiver, just another element.
2nd and goal.
Montgomery
From
back
the
there
1.
with Goff on 2nd and goal. Montgomery gets it, and
That was
no
close.
call.
I don't think he
Saying
got
he's
in.
short.
Montgomery
Now
got
the
to
other
about the...
official says touchdown.
And now they say touchdown. I don't think
Their
he scored.
official said he didn't get it. The far official
They're going to
came in
reach. They got to check it anyway, but
and calls touchdown, and let's just make sure. What a drive that was. And he's in.
oh, he barely got it. Barely got it.
That's as good as it gets. I mean, it's good no matter who you're playing, but when you're playing on the road against this Ravens defense, 98 yards,
Tough running by Montgomery.
that's pretty impressive.
Just enough. And Stocks,
call.
number
You see the
24, late to the dance again.
In the left arm.
They're
and
picking on Stocks
Sam
tonight.
Laporta, he leads the way, and then you got St. Brown. He's helping try to make a block as well.
They've been running at him,
That is one
throwing
great
at
drive.
him. Filling in for Zaire Williams. He's got to be one of the guys that has to
They
step
go
up.
98
Struggling
and a half
so
yards. And a drive that took over
98.5-yard touchdown drive for the Lions. Up by a touchdown, 13-7, 5:47 to go.
Joe is.
First half.
We can stop talking about these 2 young offensive guards. I think you go 98 yards against the Ravens, and you run the football the way they did, and I think they've settled in and they're good to go.
Bates for the extra point.
Kick is up and good.
7-point lead. I keep underselling that drive. 10 minutes and 48 seconds. Wow. Couple of big third down throws from Goff to Laporta.
Yeah, big third down plays out of the receiving game. Ran the ball better than they have all night on that drive, too.
The wheel, the internet, and now new Fireball Blazing Apple.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get a hoodie on. I'm chilly.
New Fireball Blazing Apple, mankind's greatest innovation.
To learn how to be in a T-Mobile iPhone commercial,
Morning, dude.
Jeff Bridges moved in with Zoe Saldana. But mostly, they just played with the new iPhone 17 Pro. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Plus, save up to 20%. Check the math.
All right, team, let's review. USAA membership is open to...
My dad is a veteran who joined, so my mom can join.
That's right, Haley.
Same here, which means I can join too. Which means I joined thanks to my grandpa. He joined and passed membership to my mom, who passed it to me. Are you eligible, Coach Gronk?
It's complicated.
That means no.
USAA. Become a member today. The Colonel believed his KFC chicken sandwich should be huge on flavor. Tender chicken, crisp pickles, but with a tiny $3.99 price. Oh, that crumb looks giant next to that tiny price. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich.
I love that the NFL brings families together. They all get together, watch the games together. The passion is unmatched because, to me, family means everything.
Coach here. Nobody has more sports content than the all-new ESPN app. Nobody. College football, the NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, TGL, the NFL. We have the best championship. The NBA Finals, the WNBA Finals, the Stanley Cup Finals, the U.S. Open, PGA Tour, college football playoff. We got Sports Center with SBP, First Take with Stephen A, Get Up with Greeny, College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library.
Oh, sorry, guys. I was freezing.
Take a look at this combination of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Most games with a rush touchdown by running back teammates in NFL history. And leading that way over four guys, pairs of teammates, all four guys in the Hall of Fame are Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
I think you look at this roster, Joe, it's just, whether it's those two or other positions, I just think what Brad Holmes has done with the depth on this football team is as impressive as anything.
Here's
Come on, Ravens.
Rasheen Ali.
There you go. He's gone. Should have went left.
Got him and brought him down and saved a touchdown.
Son of a bitch.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle. Let's send it down to Laura.
Well, Troy talked a lot about this offensive line for the Detroit Lions, and specifically the young guards in Tate Ratledge and Graham Glasgow. They're over on the sideline getting some oxygen. They're a little winded after that long drive, over 9 minutes. And actually, Tate Ratledge, when he came over to the side, he's like, that's one of the longest drives I've ever had in my life. He was shaking the sweat out of his mullet, you guys.
First and 10 for the Ravens, down 7. Handoff.
That's the longest drive of Goff's career. It's got to be.
Nice run, 4 yards, maybe 5.
98 and a half
by
yards.
Henry.
I don't think the field's much longer than that.
Well, you called it a big third down throw to get that drive going, when they were backed up. 13 runs on that 18-play drive. And, it's not that they're just rattling off a lot of big runs, but, that's what you've got to do. You got to stick with it. So, John Morton, the offensive coordinator, really good job of continuing to pound the football, mixing the passing game. That was a thing of beauty.
Jackson,
Down and 6.
4 wide receivers, shotgun. Hill in motion, empty backfield. Gonna run a quarterback draw. Gonna get brought down. No gain. I like the play call. The line didn't help him.
By the kicker, Jake Bates, and if it wasn't him, it was a kick return for a touchdown.
Oh, he was gone.
His had to be like saucers when he said he's one.
Kicker saved him.
He's the last line of defense.
Lions.
He did good. That's hey, whatever it takes. Get him on the ground.
Oh, he's got a shiner.
Brick salesman in Houston. Tomball, Texas.
I hate to say what he
3 wide. Andrews, the only tight end in the game. They're throwing 3rd and long, in trouble. Jackson throws. Oh, gets Bateman just in time. Tough catch.
What a play.
First down.
Extending it, forcing these cover guys to stick on their receivers, and that's good for 10.
Well, that's just it, Joe. They're locked up. Here they come, so it's man-to-man.
Tough throw across his body, too.
And as a defender, you're sitting there going,
wow,
man, the ball's got to come out. And
perfect
Lamar,
throw.
He's able to throw that thing perfectly. Wow.
Tell him, Troy.
Lamar Jackson has the
Tell him I know what I'm talking about.
passer rating of all time.
They like this 3 wide receiver look. Henry, play action fake. Going deep, got his man.
Setting up first and goal.
Ravens, big gain on the reception by Walker. Be first and goal.
Well, again, it's a 5-man rush, so you're putting these corners out there on an island. You got Walker, who then, with his speed, is coming off the ball, and Terrion Arnold, he knows what he's up against. He knows this guy can just flat run by him, and so
he's in an outside
with the
post.
speed coming off the line of scrimmage, he gets Arnold turned around.
Here is Henry. He is to the 1.
Here comes the Derrick Henry show. Second and goal from the goal line.
With 2 catches for 2 touchdowns, 3 catches in his career.
Already got a touchdown. Might have another one here.
Pick from North Carolina, and he almost got number 4 of his career on that one.
Yeah, he's already made some plays with the couple touchdowns you talk about, and he's going to be a special player. When you have a guy like him with that kind of speed, there's so much you get to do with him.
High formation, jumbo.
They stopped him.
Handoff to Henry. He's going to be short.
No gain on the play, and you see the frustration on
Going to be third and goal from the 1.
And it's 3rd and goal.
Lost a little bit of yardage on that one, I think.
They're trying to go up tempo. When they've had the big play, they did it on
Lamar Jackson's pissed off, too. They're going to run the clock down to the 2-minute warning. He is not happy.
When you
walking to
rush,
the sideline.
You get the offensive lineman not quite dug in, ready for the ball to be snapped, and they don't come off in sequence.
It's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Lamar Jackson is not happy with that play call or something that happened.
Now we'll face a 3rd and goal from the 1. Fun first half.
I don't know why he wouldn't be happy with the play call. They ran it up the middle with Henry from like the half-yard line, but something pissing him off. Lions lead 14-7. 2 minutes to go in the first half. It'll be 3rd and goal from the Lions 1 for the Ravens after the commercial. What up, Terry? Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Hope you had a good start to your week. Please like, share, subscribe. We cover a lot of sports here. Going to start doing some other stuff soon. Vikings found a way to win. Put up some points. They got the wide receivers. They shouldn't have problems scoring. I don't know what's going on with McCarthy. I know the line hasn't played great, but the way they were talking about him, I expected more. But a win is a win. Take a win any way you can get them. What's the over-under on this game? I think someone said 52. They're on pace to tie it. Means everyone fucking loses. What up, what up, what up? Two-minute warning. Baltimore down by 7. Have the ball on the 1-yard line going in. Will be 3rd and goal. There we go. They run a toss. Henry goes to the right, brought down, stuffed. There'll be a 4th and goal, maybe from the 2 now. I don't like that play call. I didn't like that play call. Stupid play call. I don't know why you run them to the outside like that when their whole defense was stacked up that side.
Cunningham just filling it and not giving Derrick Henry an opportunity.
They're going to go for it or at least line up out of the shotgun.
On that play. 4th and goal. Lamar keeps. And is in
he fumbled. Wow, big stop, Detroit.
Jack Campbell made that play. And what a job by Kelvin Shepard's Lions defense.
Another shitty play call.
He saved the touchdown on the kick return. Kelvin Shepard's fired up. What a job.
Uh-oh.
Jackson looking to throw.
Jackson
Campbell
looking
knocked
poopy
it
pants.
out. Lions take over. Up 7.
Baltimore throwing some chinks in their
value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now get a big.
Detroit's going to have a little bit of time to try and go up the field here and score again. And if it wasn't for that fumble, they would have had the ball on their own 1-yard line coming out. Now they get it from their own 20. That was a huge bonehead play. Even though it wasn't a turnover as far as them losing the ball, they lose the ball on downs. Turnover, I guess, on downs. But I don't know why you do that. You had 3 cracks at it. You should have at least ran 1 quarterback sneak. And you run it 3 times up the middle with Henry. It's pretty fucking simple. I don't get that.
With the first pick, I'm taking the
I don't
MVP
like it at all.
of finances, SoFi Plus.
Or if you're going to throw it, man, you got to run a play action and fucking do something different. The one time they threw it wasn't very good. It was like an RPO that was fucked up. On the one where he fumbled and recovered it.
SoFi Plus, the MVP for your finances. SoFi, get your money right.
What's up, Hughes?
No, I don't want to look. Erica, used car shopping doesn't have to be scary.
Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Detroit up 14-7 just before the half with the ball. After turnover on downs by the Ravens.
We're breaking the huddle to get to the line of scrimmage. They thought they would give them an advantage, but you see how quickly the Lions get lined up. They did that on 3rd down. They did it on 4th down. They've done it a few times earlier in this ball game, but the Lions just showed tremendous discipline of being prepared and then executing. And on that one, Lamar Jackson, he had no opportunity. There was nobody open, no separation. And then there's the game-saving, the touchdown.
I bet the Ravens wish they could have that drive back all the way from the kickoff. Should have had a touchdown return. Lions kicker saved them. Single back shotgun for Goff and the Lions. Gibbs in the game at running back. He rolls out of trouble. Looking for Gibbs, incomplete. Dude, slow as molasses, Rod. He looks like Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Rolling in fucking slow motion. Minute 18 to go. Both teams have all their timeouts. 7-point lead for Detroit. Each running back has a score, I believe, for Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. Derrick Henry has the only touchdown for the Ravens. Goff got time, steps up, running for his life.
To his left, just throws
it out of bounds.
Minute 12 left, 3 timeouts for Detroit. Tonight's Total Replay is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. David Montgomery, his combination and the job.
I don't know. They've looked all right today, Rod. And there's some injuries on defense for Baltimore. 2 of their best players aren't playing tonight. Kyle Van Noy's out, and Zaire, is it Williams? The guy they got from Alexander, they got him from the Packers. Probably one of the best defensive backs in football, cornerbacks. 2nd and 10. Goff in trouble again, looking for Gibbs. Throws one in the dirt.
He got through. It's a forward pass. They're letting it play on. And the officials are looking at each other. They're told to let it play, but that sure looked like a forward pass.
If that's not, then I don't know what a forward pass is.
So this one will definitely be a forward pass. They'll bring this one back.
Yeah, well, Kawhi is kind of clutch.
This is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Kawhi has won one. He won a ring against a beat-up really beat up Warriors team, but he still did it. I think Lamar Jackson is struggling with having to share the ball or get other people the ball and not just like do his own thing. I was saying that after the Bills game. Like, Derrick Henry's amazing, and a lot of these guys can do stuff. Zay Flowers, amazing. Hopkins had an amazing career. All these guys are good ball players and shit, but your best player is Lamar Jackson. And when you got to give, like, it hurts them by not keeping the ball in his hands sometimes, I think. And I think he's struggling with it.
With 1:05 remaining as the Ravens will take a timeout.
He's struggling with it.
No gain on that play. Stay tuned for the Allstate halftime. SVP Ryan Clark.
I think that's why he was upset on their last drive when he fumbled it and shit, and he was pissed off with after they handed off. Like, you got to give him a shot at sneaking one in, I would think, right? I would. We're at the goal line, and we got a couple more downs. The first one was sneaking it in with Lamar right away. Got to try to. So Detroit's going to have to punt. 4th and 10 from their own 24.5-yard line.
As Jack Fox will punt it. Wester waiting for it. Flag is down. Wester.
They're going to have good field possession if it's not on them.
Return, and he gets dropped after he crossed the.
That penalty's on Detroit.
40.
The Ravens are going to have really good field position. I don't think it is, though.
Holding. Kicking team number 15.
Wow.
That 10-yard penalty be added at the end of the run. First down.
Ravens got plenty of time with 2 timeouts.
Timeout.
To get some points
here. Grant Stewart.
Yes, I've been to Baltimore.
And it'll be great field position for the Ravens.
I've only been to Baltimore, I think, once. Maybe twice. I've driven through it a bunch, like driven on the highway by it and through the tunnel and shit. They got a huge tunnel that goes underground. I think it's one of the there's something about the tunnel when I was a kid. It was like one of the longest or one of the deepest or widest, something. There's a tunnel that goes underneath, I think, the Chesapeake. And that's how you drive through there. You still see most of the city. It's not for that long, but it's pretty long. The area I was in was nice, but Baltimore is not the greatest place in the world, parts of it, from what I hear. The area I was in by like Camden Yards and shit was nice. My brother and father went and seen the Yankees Orioles down there, and they enjoyed it. They went to like the Yangling Brewery and said there was a bunch of cool shit to do. They didn't have issues. That was a while ago, though.
Just a grabber.
It's probably at least 10 years ago. And I went there even longer than that. So it hasn't been a long time since I've been back there. But like The Wire, that show, if you ever watch it, it's a series that used to be on HBO. It's pretty accurate with how Baltimore used to be, parts of it. And I hear it's kind of bad out there in some spots. I heard like there's a lot of fentanyl problems and shit, especially lately. I actually just saw a documentary on it.
We feel every second.
Yeah, Lions are definitely looking better than they have most of the season. They looked real good against the Bears. They're hanging in there. Their kicker saved them. The defense played well on that last drive. They lead by 7 with under a minute to go. 56 seconds. Here we go. Lamar with the ball at the 49 of the Lions. Out of the shotgun. I believe Hill or Henry to his left. Hill. They're going for it. Throwing. He's going to scramble and escape. And he's going to get a gain of at least 15. Runs out of bounds, saves the timeout, smart play. And that's what I mean. Like, Derrick Henry is phenomenal. But when Lamar Jackson's their best player. So sometimes you just gotta, I think, keep the ball in his hands.
Lamar is, so, Kelvin Shepard, he's sticking to kind of with their DNA, and that is play physical man coverage, but Lamar Jackson able to get a nice play.
There he is.
On first down.
Going to scramble again.
Ducking around in a pocket, and now out to his right.
Still found someone.
His running back, Justice Hill.
He's like Michael Vick 2.0.
Hill with a nice gain.
Only a righty.
Jackson, he can extend a play
Which
better
is
than
even
anybody
better.
in the NFL. That was a gain of 4.
Yeah, and it's just hold on if you're back there in the secondary. And, that's the challenge for Kelvin Shepard. Again, first-time defensive coordinator, very impressive guy in visiting with
tried to hang in there as long as he could.
He's been with the organization for the last several years with Dan Campbell. He learned under Aaron Glenn. Says Steve Spagnuolo is the guy who's influenced him the most. But
Ravens 2nd and 6, 38 seconds, 2 timeouts.
Aggressive defensive coaches.
Jackson looking left.
Second down and 6.
Complete. What a catch. Walker. Hopkins.
Catch is made.
Looks like both his feet were in. They're going to be inside the 20 with 32 seconds.
13-yard completion for a first down.
He does
Beautiful
such a great
throw.
job.
Beautiful
Once he gets
footwork.
To the sidelines, he just stood there.
Wow.
A lot of younger receivers will take
Good
off
job by
running
both players.
and not knowing exactly what their quarterback might be thinking. Hopkins got
DeAndre
over the
Hopkins
sidelines.
looks
He
much
just
better
stopped
this season.
and then waited for Lamar to find him and make what is pretty routine for him.
Jackson 7 of 8, 95 yards, 25 yards rushing. Out of the gun.
Jackson
Throwing to the end zone. Flag.
A lot of contact and a flag.
Hopkins had Arnold all over him. That's going to be pass interference or a hold on the defense.
It's against Arnold.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look.
He was all over him.
Pass interference. Defense number 6. Block foul.
He didn't look for the ball.
There was no question where Lamar.
Yeah, that's
that's
a bad one. He could have had a shot at that.
There was no question where Lamar was going with the
That ball wasn't that high.
Hopkins was out there, one-on-one. Now it was a line drive. He
Let's
could've
see
laid
what they
it up
do
and maybe
first and
given him
goal
more
here. They
opportunity,
need
but,
6.
There's a look at the defensive pass interference.
They get the ball back at the half, too.
It's been a tough start this year as well, but the Ravens have an opportunity here with 27
That was the right call.
seconds to score. They get the ball again to start the second half, so they get a chance to double up.
Lamar's not getting the play or something. His headphones aren't working or something. He keeps saying to the sideline.
It's first down and goal.
Right.
First and goal. They got a couple times.
Same problem they had last drive down here.
They got the whole playbook.
Man in motion. Play action. Throw. Complete. Touchdown.
Touchdown Ravens.
Bateman. He had a good year last year. And you got a 1-point game going into half.
Looked like that
tied up
was
if he
going
kicks
to the
this.
right, and Lamar Jackson threw back to his left.
Yeah, it was totally designed, Joe. You're exactly right that Lamar Jackson's going to show like he's going to sprint out to his right, and then Rashad Bateman is going to come here and then back out. So the whole thing was designed with Zay Flowers then in behind that.
Good job by the
But a
line.
good call, get the defense flowing, come back.
Clean pocket. He could have threw it in, ran it in, crawled it in.
Block on Aiden Hutchinson to free up Lamar Jackson for the
Walked it in.
3-yard touchdown pass.
Tied up.
And we're tied.
Yeah, I think the Ravens should win at
Take
home tonight.
advantage of the short field.
They should be up by a
started at the
touchdown.
Lions 49, and they go 49 yards in 32 seconds.
Hey, this is a heck of a ball game.
Halftime's coming up. Jason Kelsey, hopefully he got his wind back.
It's a chin strap, not a nose strap.
How is he breathing?
Jason Kelsey's playing in the band, or he's a band member for the Ravens.
Jason, you can say no.
That's hilarious.
Sometimes you got to remind guys, you know.
Yeah, I think they should win at home.
They're missing.
Who was in Detroit? I probably would have took Detroit.
Somebody, let the internet tell me.
They play much better at home, usually. They're a different team indoors.
There's Stanford Steve. Those two just...
They play good at home unless it's the playoffs.
Chopping it up, yeah, just talking ball.
Talking ball. Like you did on the porch in Henrietta. Lions do have 3 timeouts if dangerous Dan Campbell wants to get
Lions can score quickly too. Who knows?
Yeah,
they get a nice return. They might even weasel a field goal if nothing else.
Raymond.
Nice tackle.
After crossing the 30, and now there's 18 seconds left. Monday Night Lights, these two guys.
Both quarterbacks are 7-2 on Monday Night Football.
They're their career numbers. Each guy's 7-2.
Both guys have good numbers on Monday nights.
Identical records coming in, and identical total yards for the two.
Both have thrown for 123 so far tonight.
both these quarterbacks
Jackson has a touchdown through the air.
Excellent first halves.
Goff doesn't have any.
Only at 4
But he's played well.
complete passes.
They're going shotgun, single back to the left. 3 wide.
Goff.
Throw. Complete.
He just returned that kick to leave
Raymond with the catch. Short
and a
game.
timeout is taken by Detroit. So Dan Campbell is putting the pedal down as we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck and
2nd and 6.
New Henrietta Aikman
2
over here
timeouts
to
left
my
for
right.
both teams, I believe.
We thought this would be a good game coming in, and it has not disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's overrated.
Both teams really impressive today.
I think a lot of people are overrated.
But it did remind me, one year I thought the Super Bowl was going to be played in Henrietta, but that's a whole nother story. So this first half has lived up to what we thought it would be coming into this game. It's a big game for both these teams. We talked about it being a measuring stick, and in a lot of ways it is, although they've shown me enough that as long as these guys can stay healthy, like the last several other years, they're going to be right there when it's all said and done.
2nd down and 6. Backpedaling, Amon-Ra St. Brown makes the catch. And boy, is he swarmed by the secondary of the Ravens. TJ Tampa, who's a young corner they like. They're playing again without Jair Alexander, who they signed after many years in Green Bay. And they figured that after knee surgery and then missing a few weeks, he missed 3 in August and September. He just wasn't ready. They hope next week, when they have a date with the Kansas City Chiefs, he'll be ready to go. They're at KC next Sunday.
Marlon Humphrey, talking about guys being a little banged up on that last play, he got up and he came into the game with a groin. He was questionable throughout the week with a groin injury. I'm not sure if that was maybe re-aggravated.
3rd and 3, 7 seconds left.
But they took him out.
Goff.
7 seconds left. It's 3rd down and 3.
4 wide receivers, 1 running back.
With 1 timeout. And now defensively,
Ravens use a timeout. You have one job. Do not let them score a touchdown. Try and keep them out of field goal range.
Pretty good.
Pretty
This
obvious.
Ravens defense, especially up front without Matabike. Talk about college football upcoming. 7 o'clock Friday on ESPN. Number 8, Florida State against Virginia. 12:30 on Saturday on ABC. Notre Dame and Arkansas. At 3:30 LSU Ole Miss. And at 7:30, it's number 5 Georgia against number 17.
Big game for Georgia and Bama this weekend.
The ESPN app to watch all the action.
You know, Joe, looking at this right here, I know there's 7 seconds. They're battling that. They need about 20 yards, and then they're at Jake Bates's career long, which would be a 58-yard.
So from their own 40, 3rd and 3, 7 seconds tied up
Guys got to know that if they catch
just
the ball,
before the end of the first half.
get down, call
Ravens
timeout.
rushing 3. Goff, plenty of time. Throws complete.
St. Brown, down he goes,
Inside the 50.
Last timeout will be taken. This league has changed.
They're going to try and kick a field
so
goal.
Smart by St. Brown to get down. He leaves 2 seconds on the clock. They used their last timeout. This league has changed so much. We're
They're going to try and kick one. It's going to be a 60 fucking something yarder.
that this league has ever seen. But these teams now get around midfield and they're thinking about field goals.
Yeah, I
Nuts.
mean, and Well, thinking field goals here, and even the fact that they went for it there. There was a time not long ago.
Put someone back there in case he misses it to run one back.
When they got possession of the ball, they would have just run it out.
And now the Ravens will spend a timeout.
No timeout.
Put the ball down at the 43-yard line, which would make it a 67-yard field goal.
He hits this. Holy shit.
That would be the record if he hits this. The NFL record.
Yeah, 63, I think.
Right now, that's held by Justin Tucker, the 13-year kicker, long time with the Ravens. This is a 60-yard try during the pregame that he hit.
This is going to break a record if he hits it.
67 yards.
Well, it's worth at least a shot, you know, although when you're talking about this distance, obviously you're not getting the ball up as quickly, and, you know, it gives an opportunity for this defense.
Wester back there in case there's a short miss.
Wester's waiting in the end zone. He can return it.
I think he used to play for Colorado.
And Bates hit it. This would be an NFL record.
Snaps good.
Good hold.
Kicks.
The kick
Going to go wide. Wow.
is no good.
He might have had enough. That was close. If it didn't go wide
to the left.
He might have had a shot.
Ravens will receive the second half kickoff as we give you another look.
What a boot. Oof, that was close.
And we'll send it down to Laura Rutledge.
I didn't see where the ball bounced.
All right, thank you, Joe. Now, the kick wasn't good there, but how would you describe the offense and the way it's functioned so far in this game?
Well, we've done a good job. You know, we...
It's 14-14, tied up at the half.
Stop defensively. We talked about playing complementary football and helping each other out, and we've really done that. So,
pretty good first half.
Where we're at. We got to regroup. It's a good team over there, but we'll bounce back and be good.
You called out time of possession as important in this one. You possessed the ball almost 20 minutes in that first half. What can you say about that?
Well, that's one of the things we wanted to do. You know, we were able to sustain drives. We got to be able to do it again in the second half.
All right, thank you, Dan.
All right, thank you.
Joe.
Laura, they had the longest drive in the NFL this season, that 10-minute, 48-second drive that went 98.5 yards for a touchdown. And this game is tied at 14. Ravens get the ball to start the second half. Allstate, halftime.
Ravens should be up. Ravens had the ball on the 1 yard line and couldn't get in. Pretty evenly matched, though. Pretty evenly matched. This is one of the colleges in my area that I support. For college basketball and hockey and soccer, like, you know, whatever, pretty much. They're kind of local to me. But I really love their basketball team the most. They've been struggling the last few years, but they used to be in the tournament pretty frequently.
On the field, and Jason, it's sort of a tale of different styles. The manner in which Detroit possessed the ball and went 98 yards, what most impressed you?
I mean, the entire thing.
I've been to a lot of games, a lot of basketball games there.
18 times, and it wasn't all the most creative stuff. A lot of it was just right at him. I mean, it was a barn burner of a drive, an offensive lineman's dream. And by the time you're done with this thing, you are so excited you scored a touchdown, but man, are you exhausted. You're going straight to the bench, and this is one of those guys where, give me whatever you got. You're taking water, salt pills, Gatorade, pickle juice, oxygen, whatever they're able to give you. But this was a hell of a drive, a demoralizing drive to the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, with as much as that drive was demoralizing, you also have to be demoralized with the quick strike ability of the Baltimore Ravens. This is the team that drove right back down the field. There was a turnover late and far into the red zone, and this is getting the football back with less than a minute. They go 49 yards quickly. Now they go at Terriana Arnold, who we knew would be a guy that will be targeted, and there's a pass interference, and Lamar Jackson finishes with a touchdown to Rashad Bateman. They have been able to get chunk play after chunk play, and they have the first drive here in the second half, Scott.
Baltimore responds really well after they turn it over. They were aggressive on defense, got the ball back, and to your point, RC, right down the field and even things up. We very nearly saw an NFL record 67-yard field goal. They took it on a shot at it, but we are tied at the half at 14. When we continue at the half, Kansas City got the victory over the weekend to close out Sunday's action. When we continue, Boomer with all the rest of Sunday's action and a musical performance here, which you might be able to hear behind us, from Good Charlotte. That's all on the way at the half here in Baltimore.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Niners just can't stay healthy. It's always someone. That's why I don't have much faith in them, even though they started 3-0. I worry about their health. Yeah, PC's been to a lot of they've been to quite a few Final Fours. Well, I don't know about quite a few, but I know they've been to at least 3, I want to say. Back in the day, they won national championships, but that was way before my time. Back when the NIT was the national championship, they won, I think, a couple. But that was back when Lenny Wilkins, I think, played, and John Thompson. Them guys way back in the day. 2 all-time great coaches came out of there, though, which is pretty special. I wish I had Kevin James money. That would be amazing. He does his own stunts, I think, unfortunately, or maybe I'd have a gig. I wish I had his wife on TV, too. She was a cutie. What's her name? Leah Remini. She got all tied up with, what do you call it? She had to make a run from Scientology. I wouldn't have wanted to deal with Arthur, though. He was a pain in the ass. But let's check out Chris Berman in the fastest 3 minutes in sports. I miss Chris Berman. Another guy, Providence product, went to Brown University.
LA back into Philadelphia trying to make amends for that playoff loss. Here we go with our fastest 3 minutes from the link. Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, Rams doing just what they set out to do. Third quarter touchdown, 26-7 LA.
And they blew it.
Under 2 to go in the game. Jalen Hurts to the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith. Eagles go up 27-26. Rams will win it on a field goal, but no! Jordan Davis blocks it. No rumbling and bumbling. Look at the big fella cruising. Philly 3-0. Once upon a time, 50 years ago, the Bucs wore these.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to listen to the Patriots in a minute, which is going to hurt.
Will McDonald blocked the kick. Oh, no, if you're a Buck fan. The Jets lead 27-26. Aaron Glenn, the Tampa two-step. The Baker Mayfield to Emeka Pikabuka. The Bucs are now
Buka having a huge season already as a rookie.
In the final minute. NFC West unbeaten. Eddie Pinheiro bread. Good. Sourdough for everybody. Niners win their home opener over Arizona.
Chris Berman's the trip.
Justin Herbert. Time at home Their first one of the year, they beat
But
Dallas.
yeah, they should have
No
beat the
Jaden
Niners.
Daniels, no problem. Washington against their Raiders.
They beat the
Jeremy
Steelers,
McNichols, no.
who are average.
Nick Silver Dollar. Commanders win 41-24. Brett Favre, 508 lifetime touchdown passes, fourth all-time tied with one-time teammate Aaron Rodgers. But Rodgers has 2 to go to 510, including the winner to Calvin Austin. Steelers win in New England. Under 2 to go. Travis Etienne scores for the Jags. They're going to beat Houston, who are 0-3.
CJ Stroud having a rough year, I told everyone.
0-3 and made the playoffs. Booger and I do this every week on NFL Primetime. Live Sundays at 7:30 p.m. whenever you want it. Sunday through Wednesday on ESPN Plus and ESPN.
Chris Berman is the best. I miss him doing SportsCenter so bad. Him, Stuart Scott, and Rich Eisen were the best when they were on SportsCenter. SportsCenter used to be so much better. ESPN used to be so much better. They got all fucking stupid nowadays. Tied up at the half. I took the Colts to win the AFC South as a long shot. Because I don't have any faith in the Texans. I think CJ Stroud doesn't have any weapons, and I don't think he's as good as people said he was. I don't. I thought last year, even though there was injuries, he was showing some issues. And that's the thing. Once they see one way to get at someone, if they don't fix it, they're screwed. Those teams are smart. These coaches and these organizations, they watch ridiculous amounts of film, and if they see someone that has an issue, they will find a way to exploit it. But the Colts have a good defense, very good defense, if they're healthy. They got a very good, very, very good running back if he's healthy. They got some decent receivers. Their line is solid. Danny Dimes looks good. Danny Dimes looks good. I never thought he looked bad with the Giants. He just never had time. It was hard to tell, but when he got time and shit, he did all right. He was finally starting to play halfway decent and had a wide receiver last year, finally, when they got Neighbors. Makes you wonder if the Giants might have bailed on him too soon. I don't know if it would have been any different, but Scatterboo seems like he's starting to wake up a little bit. He could be a real NFL player. After his first game, he didn't look great, but the last 2 he's been much better. Neighbors is probably one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. I'd put him in the top 5, top 10 conversation. But sometimes all you need is a new start. Some guys, they get an opportunity and they don't let it go, Look at Brady. Drew Bledsoe never gets hurt. Who knows if Tom Brady ever plays? He got an opportunity, took advantage of it. Never gave it back. People thought that season was over. Myself included. We're like, oh, Bledsoe's gone. Fucking, we're screwed. We're screwed. Brady came in, saved our fucking franchise. Out of nowhere. Crazy. Granted, Brady was drafted late in the draft. Daniel Jones was the number 1 overall pick, if I'm not mistaken. If he wasn't number 1 overall, he was damn close. I think he came out of Duke. Yeah, the Lions look pretty good. Lions defense definitely bailed them out. They had that one big stop inside the goal line there. That was huge. I think the Ravens have kind of outplayed them. I think the Ravens have played better, but they're not taking advantage of their opportunities. And the running game is going to be interesting in the second half, especially with the Lions, because they showed some really good success and then they struggled at other times. So we'll see if they continue to try and pound that ball a little bit more. On that long drive, it worked. Yeah, Kurt Warner's story is insane. He's another one. But they thought they were going to win the Super Bowl that year with what's his name. A lot of people liked Trent Green a lot. Like they knew they had a squad that year. They had all that speed on the outside. They had Marshall Faulk.
Point for this offense. Aiden Hutchinson tonight. He's been on the left side. He's been on the right side. More on the right tonight. And one snap on the interior of the defensive line. Misses Ali. And Rasheen Ali out across the 25. Moments ago, Lisa Salters caught up with John Harbaugh.
John, you get the ball to start this second half. There was some success, but also some frustration on offense in the first half. Just what do you have to clean up?
Well, we'd love to have finished that drive down there going in, but I thought our defense did a great job stepping up and getting that sack. You go for it, hit them back in. That's kind of the worst case scenario, but then the ball got out to the 20, and then our defense stepped up. So I'm proud of it. It's going to be that kind of a game back and forth. Just find a way to win the next drive, win the next play.
You talked about your defense, that 18 play.
Jackson out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 27. 3 wide receivers left, or no, 2 wide receivers left, 2 tight end. Balance. Dumps it to Henry. Runs the guy over. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Lisa, thank you. John, thank you. Little drop-off pass to Derrick Henry, and he goes forward for 7, and we're underway in the second half.
They haven't thrown much to Henry, if at all, besides that one play.
In a tie ball game.
Well, here's a look at Aiden Hutchinson.
Saw quite a bit of Hill.
Been a little bit quiet there in that first half, but it draws a lot of attention. So he gets the chip and the double team. He's been working both sides of the offensive line. He's been working against Ronnie Stanley, then going to the other side against Roger Rosengarten.
Power I formation.
Certainly, as every
1 wide receiver. They're going to go with Henry.
Henry is a yard short, maybe a half yard short of a first down as Jack Campbell made that stop. So 3rd down coming up.
You can see Lamar. He's a little bit like, damn, I got to keep hitting the fucking ball off.
And they just threw it out there.
I could have ran that shit for a first down.
Only 1 incompletion. Lamar Jackson has the best passer rating. Doesn't take into
I'll tell you
account
at the next
the best passer
commercial
rating in the history of the league.
I saw that today as well, Joe. I don't want to say I was amazed, but I was a little surprised.
31.
But it does speak to what we've talked about and how much he has
encroachment on the defense.
And how good he's been in the pocket as they were able to get the Lions what it looked to be offside.
Defense number 51. 5-yard penalty results in a first
Big
down.
penalty.
It's Roy Lopez who is guilty of the neutral zone infraction. He came into this game just percentage points, decimal points, figures, numbers better than Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, but I mean, line up whoever you want behind those names right there. It's Lamar Jackson on top.
Well, we've talked about it before.
Jackson under center, single back.
When he became feared is when he became a passer and
play action, throw over the middle, almost picked off.
And it'll never be any
Oh no, Brant should have had that one.
Oh, he reads it perfectly as well. He's got his eyes back on Lamar.
Wow,
as he's
that was a
carrying
bad
it up
throw.
The field and just does an outstanding job. It's Mark Andrews who's in the seam. Or excuse me, he's got Mark Andrews, but then he's working back to the inside against Charlie Kohler, and it just bounces right off his hands. And you're right. I mean, there are guys who can't catch the football. Brian Branch is not.
They were in zone too. I think he thought that was man coverage. He came over late.
Thinking about that going to bed tonight. Now 2nd down and 10.
Jackson
blitz coming.
complete.
Pass is caught by Andrews. And Campbell in on the stop, a gain of 4, third down.
You know, and I was talking about it, that with Steve Young, and he's talked to other quarterbacks that have come into this league about, yeah, it's great to be able to run, but ultimately you got to beat defenses with your arm if you're going to be a championship quarterback, and we've seen that from Lamar. I mean, they've got a great scheme, and they've got really good players around
Thanks,
them, but
Rod.
watching him throw the
Appreciate
football the way he has over the last several years now with Todd.
So they're going to go empty backfield, I believe. Nope. They motion a man back in. 3 wide, tight end. Jackson over the middle, complete to Zay Flowers. Should have enough for the first with forward motion.
Zay Flowers gets his first. They got a good spot. And first down for Baltimore.
Little pick here with Mark Andrews as he comes off the ball. And Zay Flowers comes underneath. They're anticipating man coverage because they're so heavy with Detroit's cover 1. And
they had him double teamed too.
Good execution, and they're able to finally free him up for the completion.
Catch number 15.
Zay Flowers had a great year last year until the injury. They didn't have him against Buffalo. That really hurt him. At the end of last season. I think if Zay Flowers plays that game, they find a way to beat Buffalo. If Andrews makes that catch, they beat Buffalo.
This is still an offense that just wants to be physical and run the football. And
but
so
they didn't.
When you look at the
but Zay Flowers is very good.
Yards, it doesn't really tell the entire story. Last year, they were
not a big guy,
in
but
passing yards, but
very fast,
number 1
elusive,
in yards per pass. So that's a better
can really run.
Is just how effective they are throwing the football because they're going to run it more than other teams.
Jackson under center.
Second down
play action.
Jackson keeps wide open is
Kohler.
And he's got a
second tight end on the roster. Second catch of the night. Big first down.
18 yards for Charlie Kohler.
Well,
tackle
Charlie
made by
Kohler,
Joseph.
He doesn't get many opportunities. That's his first target. But they just totally turn him loose. I mean, they don't even worry about him coming off the football. And
I thought he had 2 catches.
You couldn't go out there and practice and have it any easier than that.
After replay assistance, the ball will be spun at the 29-yard line. First down.
Hutchinson looks
gassed. The knee was down or some body part was down on that last lunge by Kohler, and they moved the ball back to the 29. Moved it back 3 yards. Where it's 1st and 10. So they're without Isaiah Likely. He broke his foot at the end of July, had foot.
Detroit's got a ton of injuries. I was looking at the injury report today. They got a ton of injuries. Ravens are really beat up on defense right now. 2 of their better players not playing. Flowers in motion. Jackson under center. Twin tight end right. Flowers back the other way. Fakes a jet sweep. They set up a screen. They go downfield to Andrews. Big time catch. And they're inside the 10. Threatening again.
For 20.
And he was open a lot sooner as he came off the ball. It was play action, but Brian Branch is locked up one-on-one.
A lot like that play he dropped last year.
He's got his eyes on Andrews.
Oh, Andrews got held too.
Off the ball, runs right past him. So he had a lot of separation, but Lamar wasn't ready to throw the football.
Nice
at that
throw.
time. Then it became contested. That's a great job by Andrews going up and making a play.
Definitely, Detroit.
Branch couldn't make that play, couldn't make the interception earlier on this possession.
1st and goal from the 10. Toss. Henry to the right side. He's going to throw. It's going to get picked. Oof.
That could have been picked off by
Why are you doing that? What an awful play call.
Was the target. And
It's set 1st and goal from the 10. You run a toss. What you had awful. You tried to run one when it was 1st and goal from the 2 that didn't work, or the 1. Then you run a toss from the 10 to Henry, but it's a halfback pass and he throws a pick almost. What are you doing?
Kind of double clutched. It was not good. He probably should have just thrown
Trips
it away.
bunch to the left with Andrews mixed in with Flowers and Bateman. Scramble. Sack. Muhammad for the Lions.
They're going to count on a lot after the injury to Marcus Davenport. He gets his second sack.
Well, when we talked to Todd Monken, what did he say?
Who's calling the plays?
Kind of the price of paying.
I gotta check their coordinator.
Or cost of doing business, excuse me, that he doesn't throw it away. You know, that he's going to try to make a play, and he tried to there. And then
3rd and goal from the 10. They haven't ran it once.
Since last year, just
with Henry
under one on average
and Jackson on their team.
Number 2 in the league to Baker Mayfield, and now on 3rd down.
Bro, what a grab. Andrews touchdown.
Touchdown.
That was big time. Tough throw, too. Tough throw. Put it where only Andrews could get it. The Ravens haven't even played that great. And they've put up 20 points like nothing.
Anzalone, he's in coverage. It's pretty good coverage, actually. He's locked up man-to-man, and this is just, it's a good route by Andrews, and then it's just a perfectly thrown ball by Jackson. He just lays it out there.
He put it in the perfect spot.
Andrews an opportunity to just go make a play, but not bad coverage overall by Anzalone trying to stick with Mark Andrews. Just a perfectly thrown ball.
Lamar Jackson.
Perfect night for Andrews.
Another touchdown. Throw.
The extra point now by Luke.
Kick is up and good.
7-point Ravens lead.
21-14 Ravens.
To get him involved tonight. Well, they have 5 targets, 5 catches, 6.
What a throw. He's had 3 passes that have been phenomenal tonight. On the end lines and on the goal lines and sides of the field. The pass he had to friggin' Hopkins was phenomenal. Perfect spiral. Let's check out our poll. Please like, share, subscribe if you're new. Who will win tonight's game? I want to see what it is right now with people up. 57% have the Lions. 43% will take the Ravens. 60 people have voted. Thank you to those that have. All Ravens on that drive. Pretty much. Except for the first 2 plays on the goal from the 10-yard line. Lamar's throwing is looking better and better. He'd have some throws sometimes that were a little funky. He didn't have that tonight at all so far. Well, excuse me, he almost got picked off on that drive, but because of a bad read. And he kind of it was a bad read and he underthrew it, but other than that, I think he's only got 2 incomplete passes all night. Yeah, the Ravens are having trouble getting after Goff tonight. Van Noy's out. That hurts a lot. Jair Alexander being out hurts a lot, especially with coverage sacks and stuff, you know. And the Lions got some weapons, so him not being back there in coverage for the Ravens is definitely not helping matters for their defense. But they're hanging tough, and really the Ravens could very easily be up by 2 scores. So I would feel good if I was the Ravens right now. I'd be feeling pretty good.
A drop on a 2-point try that would have tied it. A 27-25 loss. And more heartache and heartbreak for the Ravens in the postseason. Well, tonight, 5 catches.
Andrews had a big drive.
On his 14-yard catch. His first touchdown.
They went at him all that whole drive. They went to him.
Which they weren't worried
and the other
about
tight end
all.
as well.
He's responded and responded well.
A guy who's done so much for this organization to have to live with that throughout the offseason.
Ooh, not a great kick.
He's had himself a night.
It might be a penalty.
You didn't know exactly when, but he's just been valuable to this offense.
That's
short free kick.
Short.
Kicking team number 33. Volley placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
That's the second time that Tyler Loop, the rookie, has been short of the landing zone. That means the ball comes out to the 40.
Oof.
So he's had a couple of bad kickoffs and now adds another. We'll check in with Lisa in a moment.
Let's see what the Lions can do to stop the second half.
Kickers that are trying to figure out ways to
down by 7. Goff is 14 for 17. 135, no touchdowns. St. Brown in motion. Fakes the handoff. In trouble. Incomplete.
Jamison Williams.
He bailed on that throw.
Yeah, Joe, well,
Yikes.
Lamar Jackson told us this weekend he was not worried a bit about Mark Andrews or his state of mind coming into this game with just 2 catches for 7 yards. He said,
Mark Andrews, 5 targets, 5 receptions, 64 yards and a touchdown. I think he has another target they missed when he almost threw the pick. Unless that doesn't count. Goff out of the shotgun. Hands off to Gibbs. Got a pocket. Runs through. Going to be about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down. Bring up 3rd and manageable.
Here's the hit by Awuzie.
Big hit.
Awuzie, I mentioned it. You see the hit. That's a big-time hit. And when you watch both of these defenses play, Awuzie, he's a cover corner. He's a good player. But whether it's for the Ravens or for the Lions, it doesn't matter that you're a cover corner. You better be a tackler.
Montgomery and Gibbs in the game. 3 wide receiver, 2 running back. Shotgun.
3rd down and 3.
In trouble. Nice catch. Tough throw.
Laporta's got another conversion on 3rd down. He couldn't have handed it to him.
That was ballsy.
What throw. Well, it's such a great... Roquan Smith is the one who's in coverage, and here he is, and he does excellent
That was a good
job.
throw, but very tough
Laporta
catch.
comes out. He acts like he's going to go...
That ball was coming at him quick.
Comes back in, but the ball had to be thrown just perfectly as it was.
Laporta's got 3 catches, all on 3rd downs, and all have converted.
Laporta's been playing well tonight. Handoff, Gibbs. Gain of 10.
Gibbs gets 10.
Lions starting to go back to the run a little bit.
Year, Joe, talking about 3rd downs,
It's the best couple runs Gibbs has had all night.
Great the first couple weeks of the season, and it's been even worse.
Montgomery's had a little bit more success on the ground.
Converted just 1 of 14 coming into this game tonight.
I think as far as yardage per carry.
There's a look at John Morton, and they're converting 70%.
But it really doesn't matter. Either of those guys get the job done.
A lot of 3rd down conversions.
He's 2nd and 1. I thought he had enough for the first. He didn't.
So they hand it to him here, and he picks it up on
Now he does.
less than 1. John Jenkins, 13-year pro from Georgia, made that tackle, but not before a 1st down pickup by Jahmyr Gibbs. We saw John Morton, the first-year offensive coordinator.
6:20 to go in the 3rd. Ravens lead 21-14. Lions starting to drive.
Denver, but he was with Detroit before he went to Denver. Very comfortable.
Power eye. They run a toss. Montgomery, he's going to throw to Goff. Trick play. He lets it go. Complete down the left side of the field to St. Brown. Tricky little play. They ran it perfectly.
A little time, a little trickery.
First down.
Take the home run shot if you have it. If you don't, then you get an opportunity.
The old Edelman to Amendola
intermediate
play.
Throw, which is exactly what he does. Initially, you look at this and you say, okay, was it backwards?
That was
it
sneaky.
was backwards. So they do a heck of a job there as far as the execution
Sneaky play
goes.
call.
And then Goff being patient and not being too greedy on the play.
Shotgun. Goff throws down the right side. Touchdown.
And he's got it.
St. Brown, nice catch.
Touchdown Detroit. What a throw and catch.
Come on, do your zesty dance.
Working against Marlon Humphrey, and we're an extra point away from a tie game.
Yeah, this is Jared Goff.
Nice throw, good catch. It was good coverage, too.
By Amon-Ra St. Brown. Double move on Marlon Humphrey. So
Nice
Goff isn't
route.
so much worried about
Nice route.
St.
Humphrey
Brown
got
winning
back
on
in the
route.
play.
He's got to hold Hamilton. The safety,
Perfect
is
throw.
watching as well. And he has to hold him to keep him from going over the top. He does that perfectly and then throws a
Nice
great ball.
job. So the extra
What an
point will
answer
tie it
by
up.
Detroit, 7 plays, 60 yards in 3.5 minutes.
And you got a tied ball game
21.
at 21.
Looks like a heavyweight fight. These two teams.
Everyone that took the overs, like, come on, 2 more touchdowns. Need at least 2 more touchdowns. I think, right? I think the over's 52. If it's 54, people are going to be pissed. That would be a bad beat. You asked me what my favorite strain is. One of my favorite strains is my boy's company. Check it out. It's called Mutant Eighth. You can find him on Instagram. It is GROW_ILLER_O. Grow_iller_O. Check it out, Mutant. It's pretty gosh darn good. I can't bomb up much of it because my whole spot will smell, but decent. More than decent. Check him out. Good dude. My favorite strand. You like how I did that, huh, Brad? Back in the day, I would say my favorite strand was the haze and shit. The haze from New York City was my favorite weed of all time. I would probably say. And then before that was probably I don't know what the strands and shit were back then. This is like early, like 2000, 99, 98. I'm older. So, like, back then it was probably like Kind Bud, they called it and shit. I guess it was probably like Dro and shit like that. But most of the shit that was really good came from, like, at least in my area, was from, like, up in, like, the White Mountains and shit. Like, New Hampshire, Vermont. All them hippie dudes up there that listen to fucking Fish. They had the killer way back then that was good. Yeah, KB, they used to call it. Joey knows. I never tried cookies. I recently, someone had some, they crossed, what was it? It was like Kush, I think, and I think it was Kush and Sour Diesel or something. Maybe it was Sour Kush, they call it, or some shit. I don't know. But that was pretty good. I had that recently. Kick's going to go out of bounds. Both kickers struggling to keep the ball inside the landing zone.
Well, Joe, Amon-Ra St. Brown said being German is really important to me, really a crucial part of my life. As you mentioned,
But weeds come a long way in my time on Earth. Some of the shit fucking would smell like ammonia back in the day. Straight brick. Disgusting. From like fucking God knows where. They run a screen. Zay Flowers. Nice catch. Gain of about 7.
Mark Andrews, who had a touchdown the
Gorilla
last
Glue's
time
all
the
right.
Ravens had the ball.
A lot of my friends like Gorilla Glue.
Of 7.
I don't know what numbers and shit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I talked earlier
The numbers
about the job
just
that
the
Brad
different
Holmes has done as general manager,
fucking
acquiring talent for this
cross or,
team. When St. Brown is a
you know,
fourth
like
round
round
pick,
of plants
and the
generation.
quarterback is saying he's the best receiver he's ever thrown the ball to.
I think
and
that's
you
why
name
they
some of
number
the
it.
guys he's thrown the ball to over the years. I mean, that kind of tells you what Brad Holmes
High
has done with his
formation,
roster.
play action. Trouble.
Lamar Jackson
Gets away.
wrapped up by Muhammad, his second of the night.
Wow.
Al-Qudin Muhammad. He is with his 5th team. He's in his 7th year, 30 years old.
Yeah, I like
and
sour
they're
too,
really going to
crispy.
be leaning on him.
Yes, they are. And whatever he may lack in ability, he
I like
makes
Purple
up
Haze,
for
the real
just
shit
in his
that I don't even
tenaciousness
know
and
if
the
I
way
can
in
find
which
it
he
anymore.
continues to compete in battle.
Back in the day, that
and
was
the
my
effort
favorite.
that he gives, and that's what allows him to make the play here.
That
I
Pude.
mean, he definitely is being relied on. You lose Marcus Davenport, and others have to be able to come in and kind of fill that void, and they trust that he'll do it.
3rd Lions sack of the night. Jackson.
3rd and 10.
Complete for Bateman.
Incomplete.
By Branch.
4th and 10.
Kickoff out of bounds.
Ravens got a
and
punt.
Field position at their own 40. The Ravens don't do anything with it, and a punt is next.
That's not easy to do for this defense. Give them that kind of field position and force a 3 and out. Get the ball back to your offense. That's well done.
Jordan Stout will punt it with Khalif Raymond waiting for it. Raymond averaging about 7.5 yards per return. Stout hits
Good
it.
job by the line.
Moving punt. Raymond this time
Good
lets it go
punt.
over his
Wow,
head.
beautiful.
This time it checks up inside the 5. At the 4. And Stout dropped it in beautifully. Chris Horton.
Detroit's going to have to drive 96 yards or so on this one to score. They have one they went 98 and a half yards on earlier. 3:36 to go in the 3rd. Detroit getting the ball back, tied 21 apiece. TV timeout. I don't think I've ever tried any of the mocker ones. I could be wrong though. Hey, Joe, when does Jaden Daniels supposed to come back? Yeah, that would be a kick-ass job. What was wrong with him? What was it, his knee or his ankle or something? Hopefully they don't get him all beat up like they did to RG3, man. That would suck. I felt so bad for RG3 when he was down there. I think he got him to the playoffs one year too, if I'm not mistaken, but they did that shit to RG3 without a line, and he played through all kinds of injuries and shit. I know some people feel some sort of way about him, but he was a very good football player for when he was healthy. In college, forget about it. He was Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson.
This is not the worst starting field position for the Lions tonight. Remember, they started inside their own 2 and went 98 yards, 98 and a half to be exact.
Well, the whole key is getting that first down, as I talked about. You got to give some room for your
no doubt.
box if you're not able to keep the ball. But that's
So the Lions from their own 4. Goff under center, single back. Handoff. Montgomery up the middle, breaks the tackle, across the 10 to almost the 15. Yeah, they're starting to get it going. It was one of my things that I noticed a little bit in the first half. They were, that's why I mentioned it. They're gonna have to get that going a little bit.
A big part of
And from their own 4-yard line, they had to run the ball there. Really. It's the smart thing to do. Situational football. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, balanced, play fake, over the middle, missed Brown.
It's out of his reach.
Ooh, that was a little dangerous.
Throws by Goff all night. Yeah, that's one he'd probably like to have back. You know,
that was a little dangerous.
Line, Joe. Hank Fraley,
he's lucky he missed where he did.
He's been a long-time coach as well. He was here before Dan Campbell in Detroit. This is his 8th year as the offensive line coach with the Lions. He came in.
Yeah, they've tried to run up quite a bit of play action tonight already. They ran it right there.
He's had his work cut out for him.
2nd and 10, handoff Montgomery, and he's gone. He's out. He's gonna get caught. Oh man, he should have been gone. Humphrey just saved the touchdown. Wow, big run. I told you, Montgomery in the first half got it going on that one drive. Got it going on big time right now. That was like an 80-yard run. You can always tell when they're gassed because their head starts to go back a little bit.
And then Montgomery's got the crease, is able to make a guy miss, and off and running.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit back at the end.
Run of the career of David Montgomery. Now Gibbs.
Nice run, Gibbs. Up the middle.
That Baltimore defense has got to be a bit winded.
Baltimore's gassed right now.
Had to come out after
defensively, they're gassed.
The field, and David's coming back in.
And see, this is why having all them running backs the Patriots used to have works so well. Just keep switching the running backs. Get a bunch of reliable guys. Not named Ramondre Stevenson.
I've said it. You just try to get a new set of downs. And
they're going with the 3 guys in an I formation in the backfield.
Both backs in there.
Play action fake. Rolling to Laporta. Good job by the Ravens D.
That play made by Keon Martin.
That was a funky play call, but not a bad play. I like it. It's a little bit tricky to guard. Ravens did a good job not losing Laporta.
It's 3rd down and 4.
On that little dump.
This has been one heck of a ball game. It's a heavyweight fight for week 3. And we talked about it being a measuring stick to see where these teams were after some
Goff, 7 of 8, 70 yards, 5 first downs on 3rd down.
Continue to exchange blows. 3rd down and 4. Play clock is at 5. Timeout taken by Dan Campbell, who was sauntering down the sideline.
I heard Georgia got lucky. I didn't get to watch it. I was busy. I had a lot of shit to do Saturday. Only game I watched a little bit of was Oklahoma and Auburn. And I think Auburn kind of got screwed. I'm not a fan of either team, although I thought Oklahoma looked really good early in the year. But that was the only game I watched about. I don't know, a little less than half of it. I didn't stop watching it till the second half, so I didn't see the whole thing, but some of the calls I saw weren't too great. And I thought Auburn kind of got screwed. Some pass interferences and shit. I think there was a rough in the passer that was pretty bad too. Uh-oh, 4th down. Gibbs stuffed. See who's going to have the balls on this play. 4th and 1.
They did not substitute. They can go right back.
Not even. They need like a half a yard.
Take it to the 4th.
If that. 3 wide receivers. Gibbs in the backfield. They're going to let the quarter run out. We're going to the 4th tied up. But I didn't get to watch any of the Georgia-Tennessee game, but I heard Georgia got lucky. My Notre Dame team finally won it, but they have not played well. Well, they've played all right. They just lost against two ranked teams that are decent, unfortunately. So I haven't got to see them play a bunch. And I went to the Pats game this week, unfortunately, and watched them give a game away. So I've watched football, just a lot of it wasn't college this week.
This is the rivalry that's defined like
I know all a lot of people were talking about Colorado won or something, but I don't think they played anyone super great. I think they got BYU next week. Dion's kind of in the hot seat over there, it sounds like. He's got a lot of pros coaching with him too, but it doesn't always translate to good coaching when players coach. Sometimes it does, some other times not so much. Mays had just under 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, a fumble and an interception. But if the turnovers didn't occur, the Patriots would have been fine yesterday. But they just 5 turnovers. You're not going to win against anyone. Just, is what it is. And they had a bad play with a minute to go. Demario Douglas needed it was 4th and 2, and we're around the 50, and he gets stopped like an inch short trying to go backwards on a screen on a shitty play call too, kind of. I wasn't crazy about the play call. And you had some guys that played real well yesterday, like Hunter Henry. You might want to throw him the ball. He had 2 touchdowns, like 100 yards. Maybe look for Stephon Diggs. Maybe find a running back that wouldn't fumble. That always helps.
If you're the Baltimore Ravens, you sure wish you had Nnamdi Madubuike.
Start of the 4th and 1. Lions hand it off. Then they run a pitch. Nasty little play. It was like a double handoff. They probably call it a pass. It was like a shovel pass from the running back to the running back after the handoff. Jamar Gibbs, 4-yard rushing touchdown. These motherfuckers think they're playing blitz nowadays in real life. Yeah, Ramsey played.
Ben Johnson would call.
Yeah.
It was a gadget play.
I think he might have got a turnover too.
Yeah, well, we've seen Johnny Morton dial up a couple of these tonight. This is good execution. They get it to St. Brown, and then he pitches it out to Jahmyr Gibbs to get him on the edge with the speed. There's a good look at Johnny Morton. He had a heck of a game plan last week in that big win against Chicago, and tonight here on the road, a lot of questions were going to be answered.
Beating themselves.
If there were any out there on him, he's answered those as well.
Up by 7. Before tonight, the last time the Ravens allowed a 95-yard touchdown in Baltimore was in 2001. The Lions have done it twice.
2 long drives.
Amazing.
2 drives have gone over 95 yards for the Lions tonight. Long drives. Really controlling the time of possession. They lead by 7 with 14:55 to go in the 4th. What up, Danny? Hope you're well, my friend. Please like, share, subscribe if you're new. I wonder what's going on this week for sports. I already looked at Thursday night. We'll see about that game. I'll probably try to do it. We'll see. Could be a stinker. I have a rule. If there's like blowouts, usually I end it. You know. If your team goes down and it's late and I got shit to do, sometimes I end the stream early. I try not to, but or if it's teams like not as many people are into, I think it's Cardinals Seahawks, something like that. Then Sunday morning is Steelers someone from friggin' Dublin, Ireland or something. I think it's a decent game, actually.
It's the inspiration behind everything we do. From our latest standing desks and ergonomic seating to free shipping and fast assembly. We create a workspace that works for you so you can feel your best and do your best.
Minnesota, Pittsburgh from Ireland, 9:30, Sunday morning, Eastern Standard Time. Who the hell's New England playing? Do I even want to know? Carolina. Ugh. They don't beat Carolina, boy. They got some fucking major problems. Major problems. That was a tricky little fucking play. Baltimore catches it around the 13, makes a cut out to about the 28. Ooh, funky fall on the sideline. Hopefully everyone's okay.
Here's the Ravens offense back out there now, back down by 7 points.
Well, now it's the Ravens' opportunity to see if they can match the blow.
That's gross. Funny though.
But just another great drive. John Morton has really done an excellent job. A guy who was picked anticipating he might lose Ben Johnson.
Ravens
He was
need
always
6.
the guy that
Flowers in motion.
Jackson breaking tackles. Anzalone won't let him go. Anzalone is celebrating his 31st
Jackson,
birthday
quarterback
today,
draw for
trying
2.
to help get a win here to get their record to 2-1. Been a good player for a long time in his 9th year. Second down.
Who better start Cousins? Atlanta? Yeah, they got beat up pretty bad. They looked good before they played the friggin' Panthers. I don't know what the hell happened there. 2nd and 7 for Lamar. Rolls right. Overthrows Flowers. He was wide open, too. I think it was overthrown.
DJ Reed. 3rd down and 7.
Zay Flyers had a quiet night tonight.
Baltimore
One
hasn't
good
had
catch.
near as many of them. They've had 7 third downs tonight. They've converted 4 of them. But now would be a good time to convert their 5th.
Kelvin Shepard, first-year defensive coordinator. Played for the Lions, was an 8-year linebacker in the league. 3rd down, 7 yards.
Big 3rd and 7. Trips bunch right. Jackson under fire. Wow, tough throw. Good play by Bateman. He made that play possible.
Throw, 19 yards, and into Lions territory go the Ravens.
Well, Tylan Wallace, number 16, he goes
Yeah, they got
to
a
the
good
defense.
receiving
He
core.
clears out a defender.
They're all
and
right.
just opens it up. Watch Tylan Wallace.
They got
and the
Hopkins
impact
still.
that he then
Well,
has
Hopkins
on
now.
Branch at the safety, and then that opens it up.
Anything
in
they can get out of him is a
behind
bonus.
for Bateman to be able to make the play. It's a good design and excellent job by
He's not
Lamar
what he used to
Jackson
be,
just
but
reading it out.
he's still a pro. High formation. Henry gets the toss. Tied up for 2.
And a pretty good tackle by Jack Campbell. There's a flag down out on the edge.
Damn, Jack Campbell got his whole lip with tape on it. Hope we don't have a herpes sore. Personal foul on the Lions.
It's against Brian Branch.
And here he is, right here in the
Oof, he got his shit kicked in.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he got a penalty call on him?
You, Russell.
Troy, I don't see a penalty there. I think he
That was a
initiated
bad
contact
call.
high. He slipped down. I don't like that as a foul.
Well, that's a big call. It takes the ball inside the Detroit 32.
Must have been hanging with that vampire at the bar from that joke. "13 minutes to go. Ravens on a drive. Big personal foul against the Lions. Bad call.
That'll make it 1st and 15 as Kohler jumps.
Close start. Offense number 88.
Uh-oh.
5-yard penalty. No first down.
Tight end 2.
Let's go down to
Kohler.
Laura.
Full stop.
Joe, you pointed out the bandage on Jack Campbell's lip. He had a significant split cut on his lip. They worked on it for a while. Credit to the athletic training staff to get the bleeding to stop. They added a face shield to his helmet, and this is the hit where it happened. He's been dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of blood on the sideline.
It was a hit from Justice Hill. Playing through it. 1st down and 15.
Here we go from the 36 and a half.
They got man coverage across the board.
Lions rush 5. Throw.
Pass
Short.
is underthrown. Jackson was under pressure, and Hopkins was the target.
Jackson is not happy. Not happy whatsoever with that one.
He was picked up off waivers from the Jaguars.
Yeah, the Lions are going to come after you, and you could tell by the way they were positioned with the defensive backs that they were locked up in man coverage, and here they were coming. And so, a good job by them. Forced the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands, and if they can't cover for the time that it takes for him to get it out, and mission accomplished.
Henry in the backfield, shotgun to Jackson. Looking in trouble. Throws.
Wide open.
Complete.
1st down, Ravens. Bateman again. And 16 yards from Lamar Jackson.
Well, again, they're trying to disguise. They're going to show that they're all coming up here. And then you got Brian Branch, who's going to run to a 2-deep look. And as he's running out of there, it just opens it up. And you see just how much space there is then for these receivers. And Bateman just sits right down in the hole. And nice completion.
Out of the shotgun again. Andrews in motion.
Jackson wanted to take
Here
off.
comes Jackson.
And he is
Nowhere to go.
to the ground, and a good play by DJ Reader.
I don't care who wins, but I think Baltimore will win. I took Baltimore to win.
As an unrestricted free agent going into last season, and maybe another year of health will get him there.
They're relying on a lot of guys, this year, especially with Marcus Davenport going down again. And they had looked at maybe bringing in another edge rusher, but felt the depth was
Shotgun
more
Hill
important
to
with
the
all
left
injuries they went through
of
last
Jackson.
year.
2nd down and 9 now.
In trouble. Gotta go.
Jackson one-on-one.
Sacked him.
That little battle was won by
Ball came
Nowoski.
out.
They blew it dead. It's not a fumble. But Jackson was making moves, and Trevor Nowoski didn't flinch and brought him down.
Lions D coming up big.
He hung in there.
2 sacks in a row.
A good tackle. Not many guys are able to do that on
This is
Lamar
a big
Jackson.
drive. Big time drive.
He's kind of in a spot.
Good coverage. Good job by the middle linebacker.
Lamar starts to try
Not
to
getting
open
beat.
the line. Boy, he was right there.
Nice
to make
job
the play.
spying the quarterback. Good job of tackling, man. Hutchinson
And a loss
comes and
of
helps
4.
him.
That's the 4th Lions sack, and for Nowoski, his first of the year, and it's 3rd and 13.
This might be your ball game here. This is big. 3rd and 13. Jackson under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Under pressure. Steps up. Nowhere to go. Runs across the line of scrimmage. Tackled. No gains. Good job by Detroit.
Lamar Jackson was one guy away from getting out of there, and Derek
Receivers
Barnes
got to
saved
get
the
open.
day for Detroit.
And the line got to do a little bit better job protecting him.
Derek Barnes initially
Let's see how many
goes to
seconds.
coverage. He goes out, and he's just kind of
1,
watching with his eyes. He waits
2,
for somebody to come in his area. It's just
3,
a four-man rush. And then when
4.
sees
He
Lamar
took
start to
too
move,
long.
he comes
5.
in and
Like
makes a
6
play.
seconds
doesn't
before he
do
gets
that. Very
tackled.
instinctive on his part.
Lamar Jackson
There
or
was
not.
nobody out in front of
don't matter.
That is sack number 5 tonight.
Here's the Ravens
Lions defense.
field goal attempt.
41-yard try by Tyler Luke.
Kick is, oof, barely good.
Got it. Looked like it went over the top of the upright.
28-24. Lions lead, 9:40 to go in the fourth.
Is good. That was close. 28-24. Luke puts his foot
It was
into
close. Oof.
And it's a 4-point game in Baltimore.
Four-point lead for the Lions.
When the great comes alive, there's no room
I
for hesitation.
Whoever took the over-under on this game is biting their nails right now. I think it was 52 or 54. I think it's like 51 or 52 the score right now. Yeah, that one run might have won Detroit this game tonight. That was a huge run, an 85-yard run inside. They started the drive up from their own 4. They've had 2 drives over 95 yards tonight. And they ran the ball on both of those drives very well. Sucked up a lot of time. Kept Baltimore's defense on the field. Baltimore's defense has got to be a little bit gassed. They looked at the last drive. They definitely looked at the last drive. They were loaded up when he broke that big one. But like I said, too, Detroit, they're both a little bit beat up, but the Ravens are missing their 2 best defensive players tonight, in my opinion. Alexander being out at cornerback is huge. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. And Van Noy is a solid-ass veteran, Pro Bowler. Led him in sacks last year. I think he led him in sacks the game before he got hurt, too. Let's see if the young guy can keep it in bounds here or kick it in the landing zone. He does. Out to the 20, to the 30. Nice little return to about the 35. About 9.5 left to play. Detroit trying to seal the deal.
The Lions in this one. Well, I think the most impressive thing is that John Morton has stuck with it. And some of these runs, then they start to break. But when you're playing against the Ravens, it's what you got to do. This offensive line, I think, has done a good job. Of course, here's the big 72-yarder by David Montgomery. And then the touchdown with the trickery. Second one that we saw in this game, both of them successful. I just think the job that John Morton is the play caller, sticking with it, 29 runs.
They got everyone in the box right now.
Against this defense.
But they got everyone in tight. Gibbs runs.
Over 7 yards per rush. And
4 or 5.
72-yarder by Montgomery inflates those numbers, but still the impressive thing is that John Morton is stuck with it, even when at times it looked like there wasn't much room in there as Gibbs gets 5.
And then, what allows you to do that? What allows you to do that is converting then on third down. And Detroit has been really good on third down tonight, so then they get a new set of downs, and then they're able to run the football a couple times more. So they've been able to lean on that a little bit and kind of take the fight through this Ravens defense.
2nd and 5, Goff, play action. In trouble, throws, almost picked.
Play. Tesla was the target, and Nate Wiggins got his hand in there and knocked it away.
Play by Wiggins.
Really good effort. Roquan Smith, he's the one who blitzes.
Looking for Tesla. He's had a good start to the year.
Of Jared Goff, becomes a little bit late, but there's the one-on-one matchup, and Wiggins does an excellent job in coverage, locked up man-to-man. Here's another look at Roquan Smith.
Goff took a shot, too.
But they know what's at stake. Big third down here.
This is huge. 3rd and 5, 8:48 to go. Lions up 4 with the ball from their own 40. 3 seconds to get a playoff. It's going to be a delay of game.
And that's a flag. Now the officials running in. Hold on a second. Maybe
they called timeout in time.
Got the timeout call.
Okay. Prior to the play clock expiring, Detroit called second charge timeout.
So they're going to pick up the flag.
Wow, they've used 2 timeouts already?
Called it.
That's not good.
Play clock just about to hit 0.
It's a great job by Dan Campbell, just paying
Better
attention.
than a violation,
being
but
quick to call the timeout. I would have
you got 1 timeout left playing the Ravens.
Here you are trying to
With
figure out,
9
is he going to
minutes
get the
to go
ball off?
almost.
Is he not going to get the ball off?
Better
And you're
hope you
trying
don't
to
fall
decide
behind.
that as the head coach, and he does it just in time. Goff's trying to get the ball snapped, but everyone else has their head down. He sees the play clock going down. But a big third down right here, even with 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go. If the Lions convert here, there's a good chance they're coming away with points. If they can come away with a touchdown on this drive.
Ravens haven't had a sack all night. 50-something games straight with a sack. Goff in trouble. Got to run. Throws incomplete. That was retarded. I don't know what he was thinking there. He should have just kept running.
Some room in front of Jared Goff, but he cut it loose instead of trying to pick it up with his legs.
That was a scary play.
He had him too.
His guy was open, but
what wasn't so bad. He just wasn't able to deliver the catchable ball.
not a great throw off of one leg.
Picked it up with his legs. He didn't feel that he could have.
Oh, at that point, you got to run it, man. At that point, you got to run.
For the first down.
It was close. It was definitely close. Nice punt.
Nice catch by Wester.
Here's Wester to the 20.
And able to get across
Down at the 21.
11-yard return, and Rocky Yassin made the stop.
See what Lamar can do.
Back to work, Lamar Jackson. His team down 4.
Struggled last drive mightily. Was sacked 2 or 3 times. Or got a slight gain on one of the 3 times he was nearly sacked.
A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years.
I knew this was going to be a decent game. 2 of the better teams in the league. A lot of people like these 2 in the Super Bowl. There's this girl that guesses who wins the Super Bowl every year by the color of the patch for the Super Bowl, or the image of it, and she thinks that's who it is this year, the Lions and Ravens. Supposedly she got it right last year, I'm guessing from it, but it could have just been because the 2 best teams were just happened to be that color. Yeah, that could come back to haunt them, Rod, for sure. For sure.
This month, when you buy a 3-month survival food kit, you will get 2 months absolutely free. That's 5 months of delicious shelf-stable meals built to last 25 years, hand-packed right here in the United States, because disasters aren't getting less free.
Lions D all over Lamar Jackson last drive. Here we go. First play of the drive. Henry coughed it up. A fumble recovered by the Lions. Derrick Henry has a fumbling problem this year now. Wow. Lions got a short field too. Holy shit. Lamar Jackson's pissed. He is losing it right now. Wow. It definitely came out. Great play by Hutchinson. Fucking so much bad football. Even the good teams play like shit. It's crazy. Even the good teams play like shit nowadays. Good teams used to not make mistakes. Now everyone just is fucking... The fundamentals are missing. And that was a great play, but... Ugh. Nice run up the middle. Gain of 2 or 3. If I had to pick one of them two, I would take Stafford. But I wouldn't really, I don't know. They wouldn't be my first pick, so my second. Second and 7. Single back. Run, Montgomery, first down and more. Ravens need a stop. I'll take Big Ben. I'd take Roethlisberger. Yup, he fucked up big time. He did it against the Bills too, man. That's one guy you don't usually worry about fumbling the ball. It's not like his name's Ramondre.
Here at Derrick Henry, the fumbles that have plagued him this year.
He's fumbled in all 3 games this season.
They've got to be able to make a stop. They have not been able to make a stop in the red zone tonight, but that penalty sure helps.
Second and 22 as a result.
Handoff, Gibbs.
And into Gibbs.
Not much.
Not much. Let's go back to that fumble forced by Aiden Hutchinson on the carry by Henry.
Yeah, you see, he's worried about
good play. He should have had
Lamar
it.
Jackson, and he comes up the
hold
field
the ball with
and
2
he
hands.
just continues to play. And
No one holds the ball with 2 hands anymore.
Great players to show up big, and well, he certainly did. Now, can the Ravens defensively do their part to keep this a 1-possession game?
Yep. Fucking scrubbing out this year. 3rd and 21 out of the shotgun, 4 wide, throws up an air. Ball incomplete, out of bounds.
And one other note on the fumbles by Henry. It's the first time in his 10-year career he has had multiple fourth-quarter fumbles lost in the same season, and we're just in week 3.
Well, I think if you
and
look
you
at
need
it,
him.
Derrick Henry, he's got to get that out of his mind as quickly as he possibly can.
Greatest running back of all time. Not this year so far.
After the opening drive, he
At
really
least
hasn't
not
done
taking
anything
care of the ball
the
this
rest
year.
of the night as far as on the ground.
45-yard try to make it a 7-point game again by Bates.
Shank it. Oh, he almost did. It went.
And he drills it.
And then it went down the middle. Oof.
31-24. And Henry, as Troy said, is going to have to go back to work and forget about the fumbles. He is frustrated. We saw this in
I've seen more fumbles this year.
And we see it tonight
This
here at home.
weekend.
7-point game. Lions on top.
I don't think I've ever seen that many fumbles in like watching football on a weekend as I had this weekend. Granted, and Rodgers had a fucking fumble too. There was so many fumbles in that game. Yeah, Brandon Jacobs was an animal. His son plays either high school or college, and he's a monster. I think he's a lineman. Look him up. He's taller than his dad already, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken. I know his kid is very good, though. And I'm 99% sure he's a lineman and plays football. That's his sport. But yeah, he was a beast. Huge. I heard people talk about him that played with him on like podcasts. They said he's like 270, 280. He's fucking, it's like a refrigerator.
And marshmallows. Breakfast.
Got your Oreo Pops!
With the irresistible taste of Oreo Puff cereal, you'll want to get to breakfast faster. Waking up is better with Oreo.
This is the Emirates Premium Economy Seat.
Wow. Baltimore's so lucky they're not down by double digits right now. Very lucky. And then that, like, just Baltimore has not played well this half and really just not taking advantage of being inside the 5-yard line, inside the 10-yard line on several drives, having to settle or not score. Frank Gore, University of Miami Hurricane. Yeah, he's a very good ball player. He played forever. He played a long time. But he put up some numbers. He played forever. Testament to him staying in shape. So a 7-point game with 6:35 to go. Lions up 31-24. Who's got money on the over-under? Got to be getting close to being over now if you took the over. Return to about the 31. Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end, coming up big. Having a good night. Getting after Jackson a bit. Him and Muhammad. Muhammad's got 2 sacks, I think. Hutchinson with the big forced fumble on the last drive with Henry.
Line up on both sides. He typically would line up on the defensive left against the offensive right tackle. This year, he's mixing it up a little bit more, but as all great players do, they show up and make
shotgun 3 wide.
And he did on that last
Jackson sacked again.
Hutchinson. Sack number 6 for the Lions.
Ravens defensive line was beat up. I told you coming into this game. I mean, offensive line, their tackles.
Move. You're going to see Ronnie Stanley, the left tackle, as he slides out. They're moving protection that way to try to take care of him, and yet he takes an inside.
Nice play by Hutchinson.
And then has a straight shot on Lamar.
Coming up big time. I don't think he's playing tonight. I think he's out. Screen out of the backfield to Hill. Trips over his own feet. Gain of about 4. Tackle by Arnold.
Gain of 4. Yesterday, the NFC North watched Green Bay suffer their first loss of the year as they blew that late lead and lost to the Cleveland Browns. So they go to 2-1. Lions trying to get to 2-1. Same story for the Ravens. 7-point game.
3rd and a long 12. 5:10 to go. Jackson out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, tight end, balance. Hill to the right of him. Plenty of time. Steps up.
Jackson
can't let it go. Brought down for a gain of 4.
And it again, it's Al-Quadin Muhammad.
He's like
It'll
gun
go
shy
down
right
as
now.
A run. It's not a sack, but it is an effective play by 96 again.
Yeah, no doubt, Joe. The effort that he has
And
shown.
they're gonna
I
punt.
pointed it out a little bit earlier.
4th
This
and
is what
9,
the
kind of
coaches
gotta.
like so much about him coming off the ball.
Ravens
as he
defense
comes
is
up the field
gassed,
here,
too.
and then he
I
just
hate watching them put their
continues to play.
defense on the field right now.
Anzalone misses him, but yet he's there to clean
Detroit's
it up.
licking their fucking chops.
Stout hits it. Raymond waiting for it is that
Not a
punt
great
will
kick.
head out of bounds.
Not a great kick.
Kelvin Shepard has done some job. Look how far this ball went out of bounds up at the 30. That's where they'll mark
Wow.
it. Just a 38-yard punt.
I didn't think it was that bad. I knew
And
it
here
was
is
around the
Al-Quadin
20-something.
Muhammad not quitting on the play. And Kelvin Shepard told
Muhammad
us
and Hutchinson
Al-Quadin Muhammad
having
is
a
going to
big
be
second
okay.
half.
Is kind of the last man standing across from Aiden Hutchinson.
Look at the Lions D.
Rush in.
Yeah, they like him, and I like Kelvin Shepard. And what he
Lamar
has
Jackson's
brought.
crying.
You know,
Pissed.
he's continued to play the style,
Zay
and
Flowers
I'm
looks
not surprised. Dan
disgusting.
Campbell knows what he wants this team to be. He felt Kelvin Shepard was the guy to name him as the defensive coordinator. They continue to play this aggressive style. They take it to
1st
these
and 10,
offenses.
Detroit trying to
The
finish
defense
this
has
game off
responded to
strong. Toss to Gibbs.
Green crashing
Hits
down
the
on
corner,
him. Gibbs
breaks the
runs away
tackle.
from him. And he is out of bounds, but a nice gain on first down.
Gain of about 6 or 7.
Maybe just a little bit more
Wiggins
on
with the
Kelvin
play.
Shepard, who, as I mentioned earlier, had an 8-year playing career as a linebacker. He's been the linebackers coach with this team, the Lions, since 2022. Played for Buffalo, Miami, the Giants, Indianapolis, Detroit. Never thought he would be a coach. But now that he's in it, he loves it.
Yeah, Dan Campbell said when he was with him in Miami, he always knew he'd make a great coach.
Another
He's
run,
still a
Gibbs,
player.
first down.
There's a strong run for a first down by Gibbs. And the good teams, and you certainly were on one of them, that could do what the Lions are trying to do. Salt away a lead. They're up by 7, run the ball, run the clock down, and when you know the runs are coming and you can't stop it, that means that this young offensive line is doing a good job for the Lions.
Yes,
Run blocking is fun for linemen, too.
It's harder and harder for
Linemen
teams to
don't
do
mind
that. It's
run
never
blocking.
been easy. But it's become increasingly harder as we've gone more to these spread offenses. Teams have relied more on the pass. That it's hard to run the football when the defense knows you're going to. But the Lions, as Dan Campbell often says, they're
Man
built
in motion.
for this.
Handoff again. Gibbs, gain of a yard.
Well played by the Ravens defense, a gain of 2.
Oh, they gave him 2? Wow.
You know, we talked about the
Generous.
young guards that the Lions have. They have the 10-year vet Glasgow at center, and then 2 outstanding tackles. Penei Sewell, who's one of the best players in the league. That's him right in the middle, 58. And Taylor Decker, who's playing through a bad shoulder, 68 out at left tackle.
And last year, and really for the last several years, they've been so strong.
Decker's a
And this
monster.
team,
Holy shit.
I don't think it's a stretch to say they're going to go as far as those young guards allow them to go.
They're going to try and air it out? Probably not.
But they've had a good showing tonight.
St. Brown in motion. Handoff Montgomery.
And hand to Montgomery. Third down coming up. The Lions have a date with the Browns next.
They're going to have to take at least one play before the 2-minute warning.
Green Bay. Then they're at Cincinnati, the Joe Burrow-less Bengals. At
Huge
Kansas
third
City,
down.
and then back on Monday Night Football.
Huge third down.
Before their bye week against the Tampa Bay Bucks.
They need 2 more third downs and they seal this game.
Try to get this down, but the ball has to be. They're not going to be able to take this to the 2-minute warning.
2 more
It's
first
just a
downs.
split second
This
off.
game's over.
It's third down and 5, and because of that, they can throw a pass.
They're gonna. Screen to Gibbs.
Gibbs.
Good job by the D.
Brought down by Roquan Smith. And
Huge
we are at
play.
the 2-minute warning with 1:56 to go, and it'll be 4th down when we come back. The ball is just on the Lions side of midfield. They lead by 7 with under 2 to go.
Fucking idiot.
Good one here in week 3.
People come up with some shit. Lions go for it, they punt.
Having insurance is the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the
I'd
strength
punt
of this King
up
Henry,
7.
but getting
Defense
that
is
King
playing
Henry.
good.
Huzzah! Salutations! I'm here to lead it.
Defense has been getting after Jackson. You forced the fumble. Henry coughed it up. I'd punt the ball. I'd punt the ball if I was Detroit, but I'm not. Defense has been playing really well in the second half, especially the last several drives. Turnovers, got like 6 or 7 sacks tonight. But you get a first down, you pretty much end the game. The minute the Ravens start calling timeouts, all you need is a first down after they burn one, and this is over. I would punt it. I wouldn't give the Ravens less than 50 yards of field with that much time. I'd rather give them 80 or 90 if we can. And hope the defense holds up. If not, their defense has been on the field all night. Our kicker's been almost kicked a 67-yard bomb. I would punt the ball. But they like to go for it, so we shall see.
How are you? Scott Van Pelt coming up on the Nationwide Post Game. We will visit with one of the stars of the game here from both quarterbacks, coaches. Go inside the winning locker room as well and look forward to talking about this fantastic game with you.
Star of the game right now for me would probably be Montgomery. Hutchinson's had a good game, and Muhammad as well defensively for the Lions. I don't know who you give it to for the Ravens if they find a way to win. It'll be up whoever comes up big. If they get this stop, looks like they're gonna go for it. 4th and 2.
First down, they cannot run out the clock because the Ravens still have all 3 timeouts.
See if they just line up to try and get him to jump. They need 2 yards for the first down. 4th and 2, man in motion. St. Brown fake the handoff. They got a man going deep. They got him open. Big time catch. St. Brown. 1st and 10 across the 50. Flag on the play.
What's the call?
Holding. Defense on 44. Penalties decline. Result of the play is first down.
Big time play on 4th down.
It was his best throw of the night. I mean, this, with what was on the line, this ball had to be perfect. Marlon Humphrey, number 44, is going to be the one who grabs, and he's got his eyes in the backfield. He's just not anticipating that St. Brown's going to go out on the route.
Didn't matter.
But
He
this
still
ball,
caught
he
it.
had a step. I'm watching it the whole way, but you got to make this throw. And the great ones make it, and Jared Goff lays it out there perfectly on
Well
4th
done.
down.
Big balls going for it. 4th and 2 with time remaining like that. Ravens cannot afford to give up another first down, or this one's over. Unless they fumble a snap or something stupid. Fumble a ball running.
They know what they're going to do. I mean, it's no surprise.
John
Jared will be asked about it after this game.
Harbaugh
He'll
can't be
answer.
happy
There
with
was
his
never a
offensive
doubt
line
that they were
tonight.
going to go for it on 4th. It's what they're used to. It's the way they're built. Now
Handoff Montgomery. There's the game.
David Montgomery
He's out.
is
Touchdown.
in for the touchdown.
That's all she wrote. Montgomery, player of the game. 2 touchdowns, 2 or 3. 2 touchdowns. 85-yard run. Well over 100 yards.
And the Detroit Lions,
He's my player of
it
the game.
appears, are going to walk out of here with their 2nd win of the year.
Well done.
Well, we come in talking about these young guards, Mahogany and Tate Ratledge, and the job that they have done tonight.
Oh, what a
And really
hole.
all 5 of those guys, along with the receivers.
Could have
Jamison
drove a truck
Williams, he's down the field
all the way
blocking.
through that.
225 yards rushing tonight for the Detroit Lions. Goff's telling them to go down unless he could score. And then it's okay.
31 yards, and the Lions rushing
Good for
attack
him.
in this
He's a
game.
good ball
4
player.
rushing touchdowns, 225
Had to
rush
play for
yards.
Detroit all them years. 3 or 4 years he was with them.
And this is a
He was
14-point
probably
game.
miserable. Besides the money.
And there's Taylor Decker with a hug for David Montgomery. Graham Glad.
David Montgomery, 31-yard touchdown run, seals the deal pretty much with 1:42 to go in the fourth. Lions offensive line coming up big in the second half, especially in the run game.
Well, as someone who was a part of a great offensive line and a great running back, and being able to do what the Lions have done tonight and ice a game that way, I know how good that feels. You know, Jared Goff delivered the perfect throw on 4th down. But you mentioned Hank Fraley, the job that he's done with this group and what he's done since he came here to Detroit. And these young guys, and they've been questioned all week long, even after their performance last week. And to have the night they've had on the road in a big game, we talked about it being a measuring stick tonight. I mean, that's going to be one heck of a plane ride back to Detroit.
No head coach goes for it more on 4th down. He's done it 3 more times tonight since he's been head coach in 2021. Ali will take a knee. It will come out to the 35. Think about Dan Campbell taking over in 2021.
Good
He
coach.
got 3 wins his first year, 9 wins his second, 12 wins. Franchise record 15 last year. He's got this team
I know his players love him.
humming again here in 2025. This is a big win here tonight in Baltimore after that loss at Green
Definitely.
Bay. Yes, they beat the Bears, but this has a different feel.
I agree. And they all count the same.
Ravens just
You know, there's 17 of them, but there are some that feel a
turnovers
little bit
and
different.
offensive
And
line
this is
killed
one
them.
of those.
Still a minute 42 remaining, 3 timeouts, but a 14-point game now. As Bateman downfield, it's out of his reach. Terrion Arnold with good coverage that time.
Lamar
for the
Jackson's been acting like a bitch all night, too.
Lamar Jackson, his numbers.
I wonder if it's
18 of
justified.
24.
He looks so
210.
disgusted all night long.
Those long drives just kept him off the field.
Like he got an attitude
They
tonight.
had 2 drives of over 95
isn't
yards
good.
for touchdowns tonight.
Not
The
good.
Lions did.
Yeah, just 49
Your
plays
quarterback's
right
gotta
now
be solid,
offensively
man.
for Baltimore. And they had their opportunities, and offensively, they're not going to feel good about what they did.
He did
Second
get
down,
sacked a
10.
bunch, but
Jackson,
he don't know what to do with the ball. He don't know.
trouble
See?
again, and
A gun.
another sack.
Another one.
This time it's Anzalone.
Sometimes
and
when you have a running
Al-Quadin
quarterback,
Muhammad, who's been everywhere tonight, and that is
when
a
you can run,
7-sack
sometimes it
night
fucks you.
for the Lions.
When you got to
Lamar
throw, you got to
Jackson.
do that thing as well. When you got a quarterback that can run, you
Kelvin
can have some
Shepard
deficiencies.
better get a game ball in this one tonight too.
Yeah,
And if
you know,
they
I
don't run
mentioned it.
forward,
I was as anxious as anyone to see
you're
how the
screwed.
Lions would do with new coordinators. These guys,
What up, Bob?
John Morton, Kelvin Shepard.
Oh, nice play. He might be gone.
Hill survives that hit. Out of bounds he goes.
Might be too little, too late.
You know, you really got to give Dan Campbell all the credit. You know, we show the the win totals and how he's increased them. He'll have a hard time increasing from last year. Yeah, 15-2. But you know, it's hard when you lose your coordinators. It's hard when you lose as many coaches off the staff as he did this past year. And then you're replacing
Lions have
them and then
30-something.
starting over.
Baltimore has 24.
I mean, it is really hard on a lot of
Lions
levels,
are up by double
football-wise,
digits.
But also
They just
to-
put this
to him
game away about
personally.
5 minutes ago.
And yet he filled those vacancies, and by all accounts, it looks like he did a great job with it.
Throw.
Nice throwing catch.
Complete.
Bateman made the grab. It's a total of 8, if you want to put a number to it.
Yeah.
The 2 coordinators and 6 assistant coaches, and yet they've filled in. These teams.
46 seconds to go. Offensive line failed the Baltimore Ravens terribly tonight. Derrick Henry fumbling in a crucial moment. 3rd game in a row. Failed Baltimore tonight. Offensive and defensive for the line for the Lions was just far superior. Really outplayed Baltimore on both sides of the line. Jackson's going to get run out of bounds for like a gain of 3.
For the Baltimore Ravens, and he said as a first-time head coach, you ask yourself what you want your program to look like, and Baltimore is that team. And they've been doing it at a high level for 30 years. And Dan Campbell said, that's what I wanted my program to look like, the way in which they compete, their physical style. They're aggressive, and everything is kind of in unison throughout the organization. The people they bring in, Eric DaCosta, of course, who replaced Ozzie Newsome as the general manager, and there's so much continuity.
Yeah, Lamar has
how they
not
run
played
the organization.
great. His line has played terrible.
And Detroit has been the same way.
And he's not.
And the proof is in the results.
He's being indecisive on top of the line, playing
Hall
bad.
of Famer 2 times over. Second down and 7.
Derrick Henry fumbling, screwed him.
Jackson backpedaling. Andrews wide open, one-on-one, and he'll take it in.
Touchdown.
His second of the night.
Not much time left, though.
29 seconds to go. They'll go for 2, and then we'll have an onside kick. So nothing happens easy in this league. Yesterday was a crazy day around the NFL.
Yeah,
this would easily go down as the craziest if the Ravens were to get up off the deck 14 points down with under 2 minutes to go.
We've been around this game a little too long.
Yeah,
as has
this
Jared
game ain't
Goff.
over
When we showed
necessarily.
him, you saw the look on his face after that touchdown.
They score 2 here. Even if they don't, if they get the onside kick, they recover it.
Will be their first of the year.
They could come back with 2 timeouts left. Jackson in trouble again.
Flips it. Flag is down in the end zone. And it's a hold against the Lions. We've referenced the crazy day that yesterday was.
Yeah, I don't like either of them either.
NFL yesterday.
Holding defense number 32.
They bullshit a lot too. Like they don't ever really call what's going on the field anymore. A lot of announcers are like that. Where if you don't have the visual, guys on the radio aren't like that because they're fucking smart enough to know not everyone's watching it. Jackson going for the 2-point conversion, throws off his back foot, out of bounds, looking for Flowers. So 29 seconds to go. Ravens going to try and kick an onside kick. All kinds of sloppy fucking football this year. Crazy. All kinds of kicks blocked, fumbles, interceptions galore.
So there's just some of it in week 3. The special teams craziness. Blocked field goal return for a touchdown to end the game for Philly. They blocked what would have been a game-winning field goal had it been hit by the Rams. And then you can look at those other little nuggets right there. It was crazy. And now I guess what would only add to that would be if the Ravens come up with the second successful onside kick of the season. Teams are 1 for 11. The only team to get one was Carolina in week 2 at Arizona. One other little note before we run out of time at the end. This is only the second time the Ravens defense has allowed 4 rushing touchdowns at home in their third.
Yeah, because they have Ray Lewis and Ed Reed for fucking 30 years, and McAllister and Bot Scott and Peter Boulware and Siragusa and Terrell Suggs. And should I keep going? Onside kick, funky bounce. Nice grab. I believe Laporta might have had it. That should seal the deal. Big W for Detroit. They needed this win, too, because they looked like shit against the Packers. And then the Packers looked like shit yesterday. So this, I think, helped Detroit a lot tonight. I still don't think they beat the Eagles, but
And you dig yourself a little bit of a hole.
We
The good
shall
news
see.
is there's still a lot of football left to be played. But they've got a lot to clean up.
There is some bad news, though. They do have 3 upcoming opponents the next 3 weeks that all played in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they will head into Kansas City next week.
Harbaugh's not going to use the
1-2.
timeouts. Wow.
That game on Sunday. And this is an 8-point win for the Lions to get to 2-1. And this
Well
was
done.
an impressive night all the way around for Detroit. 38 carries on the night for the Lions, 224 yards, 4 touchdowns. Goff, 20 of 28, 202, 1 touchdown, no picks, and he made some big throws when they mattered most.
Well, he sure did. And what they were able to do on third down tonight, it was in a lot of ways the difference. But when they needed him,
Yeah, I think they're head and shoulders above the rest if they're healthy, Mark. Personally, I think they're by far the best team right now. I think. They don't even when they get in trouble, if things aren't going their way, they put a good effort in. They stick with it. Their special teams is fucking solid. Even if you can beat them in the other 2 ways, they'll find one way to get you. They got that tush push that no one can stop. They run it better than everyone. If they stay healthy, I don't think much changes from last year for them.
Sustain long drives, keep their offense off the field, and we needed all these points tonight, and that offense is dang good, and we got them all.
What can you say about your defense limiting Lamar at times?
They were incredible. They really were, and they were forcing turnovers. And to be honest, we didn't capitalize great on turnovers, but we did enough to win, and I thought our defense was stellar.
All right, thanks so much.
Defense won Detroit this game. Their offense played well too, especially the running game, especially in the second half. But you can credit Detroit's defensive line and offensive line for this win. Monday Night Football next week, Jets and Dolphins and Cincinnati and someone's playing. I can't remember exactly. Thursday night this week, it's Seahawks Cardinals, I believe. You guys have a good night. I will catch you guys very, very soon. Have a good week. I will catch you guys very soon. Peace.